What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Xfinity race. The NASCAR Xfinity Series is here live at Talladega Superspeedway. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. I did a costume change, a hat change, all this stuff. But I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you guys for the ones that tuned in, that came over from the qualifying stream. We had a great stream for that. And now we're ready to have a good time here on the high banks in Talladega, baby. One of the busiest cities in Alabama on race weekend in Talladega. So I hope everybody's ready to have some fun. Make sure you're hitting that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we love looking better, Billy Vos says. Thank you, buddy. We got ready for the United Rentals 250 at Talladega. Jesse Love on the pole here tonight. Those RCR cars will be tough. Now, my number 20, he's going to start in the front of the field, but he's going to go to the back of the pack. I predicted Eric Almirola again for the win, back-to-back wins. I just have a feeling that 20 car is pretty strong, but RCR has something to say about that. The 21 and the 2 really looking good here for qualifying. Let's see what they can do in the track. They're always good here. Only 2 cameras again for today, so we'll see which cameras we have. And we'll be bringing you the aerial cam, the battle cam, and one of the cameras. Hopefully it's a driver that we can follow that's going to be up front for a little bit. So it's the 18 and the 21. So we'll be following at least Sheldon Creed, maybe the 21 as well. Watching on the CW, they still have football. And what did I just say? Going across the thing there? I don't know what it just said, but we'll be waiting on the pre-race ceremonies. They should be on right now, but they got a football game on with a minute left, and Wake Forest just took the lead. So we'll see what happens here. Love the cup, buddy. Thank you, man. Hi, everyone. Does good at Hill does good at Talladega. Billy Bowles said. Working on the emojis, guys. I'll have those ready here in a second. But what's up, Andrew? Good to see you. Pablo, Bronny, Billy. Let's see who else is here. Streamlabs is always here. Mike Baker, what's going on? What's up, everybody? Rick is here too. He's excited. He gets to watch his Buckeyes end the race on a different screen. I love this YouTube TV. I'm starting to love YouTube TV. Daryl became a rookie member back at the other thing, and Ronald was here way earlier today. C. Brown says, I'm back. What's up? What's up, man? Good to see you back. Nasir, what's up as well? Can Hill get Super Speedway win number 8, or will Love sweep Dega? We'll see. Let me, and this should be going to the pre-race here in a second, so. Let me see a raw feed. Nope. I tell you, it is something. All right, let's see here. See if I can do it this way. Just waiting on the raw feed to pop up here. Hello from Vegas. What's up, Tulip? To you. What's going on? Appreciate you being here. As we have our 353 in here already. Skull Rick, what's going on? How you doing? How are you doing? Appreciate you being here. All right, bring it up. There we are. All right, so we'll just turn this one off. And Chrome will be our friend today. Chrome. All right, there's that. And there's that. All right, so let's go to the main screen. We have our NASCAR drive ready to go. The cars, games, cams that you'll be watching today, guys, are off of NASCAR.com. Anybody can launch these cams on NASCAR.com. They are free as charged. But welcome in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope the numbers 00 car of Coles Custer wins. Let's see what happens. Who are you picking to win the World Series, buddy? Ah, man, it's a tough one. I like the Guardians. I think they have a pretty good team, but I don't know. The Padres, they look pretty good. I don't know who's going to be able to stop them. I got to see them firsthand. We'll get to see the Dodgers tonight, see what they got, but we're going to be following the Dodgers-Padres series on this channel, and then we'll see what happens in the NLCS. All of Austin Hill's wins on super speedways are Atlanta and Daytona. He's never won here at Talladega? Well, that's interesting. Jocko Flacco for the win. Morning from New Zealand. What's up, Gregor? Good to see you. If you're just coming in, SVG is going to be a pretty good starting spot. He is in P8. He qualified pretty good in the NASCAR Cup Series as well. He's outside the top 10, but still. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. Bill as well. Holly. Hey, CeeLo and everyone. Let's go. The 7 Allgaier. Definitely maybe a comeback for Allgaier here today after having a dismal last 2 races. and giving up the points lead, the regular season points lead, and now way down in the points position. But Jesse Love on the pole. Let's go through the lineup here. Jesse Love, and I'll see. Rick, can you tell me what channel? Oh, hold on a second. The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoff race from Talladega is next after the conclusion of the ACC football, Wake Forest versus NC State. The green flag at Talladega Superspeedway is at 4:10 Eastern. That's 3:10 Central on the CW. Okay, so we just might miss the pre-race ceremonies, but hopefully not. We got 40 seconds left here for this football game, and then we'll go right into it. Sean Goad says 7. Allgaier. Austin Hill in P2. Chandler Smith 3. Sheldon Creed 4th. AJ Allmendinger in that 16, 5th. Parker Klingerman. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Parker Klingerman in 6th. Riley Herbst in 7th. SVG in 8th. Eric Amarola in 9th. Cole Custer 10th. Taylor Gray 11th. He almost won the race last night, the truck race. We'll see what he can do here. Sam Mayer. I see you, Sam Mayer, in 12th. 13th, Fast Pasta in that 5. Anthony Alfredo. 14th, Justin Allgaier. 15th, Ryan Sieg. 16th, Jeb Burton. Former winner, last year's winner, Jeb Burton. Josh Williams in 17th. Carson Koffel, big news for him, going to the 1 car, taking Sam Mayer's spot as he leaves next year. Carson going to the 1 car. Big moves there for him. Leland Honeyman at 19th. 20th, Brandon Jones. 21st, CJ McLaughlin. 22nd, Dean Thompson. 23rd, David Starr. Parker Retzlaff, 24th. Nick Leitz in 25th. Jordan Anderson, 26th. Sammy Smith, 27th. Jeremy Clements, 28th. 29th, Joey Gase. 30th, Brendan Poole. 31st, Blaine Perkins. 33rd, Ryan Ellis. 33rd, Matt Benedetto. 34th, Kyle Sieg. 35th, Kyle Weatherman. 36th, Dylan Lupton. And 37th, Carson Ware. And Tommy Joe Martins in 38th. Is Carson and Cody brothers? Does anybody want to know that? Well, Carlos, we won't be able to show you the broadcast, but we'll have live cams that will make it look like you're watching the race. The clock for the football game is at 00. Good deal. So we'll be ready to watch that. But appreciate you being here. And let's go over the points race here for the Xfinity race. Hold on. Let me finish my thing here. The 97. So we used to have some type of emojis ready for you guys. And the 98. Let me hit save. At least those emojis will be on your way, Jordan. 88 won Watkins Glen. We'll see if the 88 can win here. But we'll have the live cams for you guys in the below there. So I hope you guys are ready to have some fun watching this race. We'll be having a good time with the pre-race ceremonies coming up here very soon for the Xfinity race. Members, if you want to refresh, the emojis should be up here very shortly. We'll do the 88. That one's a good one. Watching on the CW, guys. We'll be bringing the CW broadcast with all the cams. We're going to have a good time. We'll get the thumbs going today, too. There's the 97. There you go. Let's see here. Who else do we need to choose? Ryan Sieg. Yeah, Ryan Sieg. Okay. All right, here we go. CW Sports.
It's race number 2 of the NASCAR Xfinity Series Playoffs, and it comes at the track every team dreads, Talladega Superspeedway. Not only NASCAR's biggest track, but also its biggest wild card. You can't win the championship at Talladega, but you sure can lose it. Welcome to NASCAR Countdown Live. Nobody hosts a party or a race quite like Talladega. It is truly one of a kind. Jeff Burton, as a driver, what makes this place so special and so intimidating all at the same time?
Well, part of it is that party, right? You know the fans are here. The place is packed. You want to win in front of the biggest crowds. And you also know that this race is hard to win because you have to do everything right to make it happen. But, DJ, you can be doing everything right, and the car next to you lands on your roof all of a sudden. So
400 likes behind. Hit that like button for
I'd
us.
say so, yeah, definitely. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talladega, along with Jeff Burton and the Hall of Famer Dale Jarrett. I'm Marty Snyder. So, DJ, to Jeff's point, because of the unknowns at Talladega, are the drivers concerned about what could happen here more than any other playoff race?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's three-wide racing all day long. The wrecks that we see, sometimes they're happening mid-pack, sometimes they're towards the back, even up at the front. So there's no place that you can really hide. And the one thing that drivers just don't like about the racing part of it is you can be doing everything that you need to do properly, and all of a sudden you're on the wrecker and your day is over.
So, Jeff, we always talk about playoff pressure, but the playoff temper showed up last week in race number 1 at Kansas. There was plenty of it to go around.
Yeah, there really was. It's time to go. It's time to win a championship, and we saw the intensity pick up. We saw drivers trying to give more, get more out of that race car, and in doing that, they were putting other drivers in bad situations. And so after the race, several conversations. During the race, a lot of interesting radios, and it got really, really hot right off the start.
Yeah, that said, DJ, here's how the playoff grid shapes up after just one playoff race. Did you honestly have the number 1 seed, Justin Allgaier, falling below the cut line after one race?
No way possible. That wasn't going to happen again. What we saw at Bristol, that just happened, and thinking that he was going to fall out that quickly, it's going to make it very stressful for that driver and team who have performed at a high level down two of the most difficult tracks that they'll run in this schedule.
Right now, Justin Allgaier is with Dave Burns.
Marty, it's been quite the month of September for Justin Allgaier, not in a good way. 2 DNFs, average finish of 28th. Is there something that can be fixed, or you guys just need to catch a different wave?
I think we need to catch a different wave. This is a great spot to kind of reset. I know that sounds really weird coming to Talladega where you never really know what to expect, but our Speedway program has been solid at Junior Motorsports for a number of years, and our track for nitrogen, Brent Professional and Gold's Camaro was good in qualifying. I know that doesn't equate to the race, but we've not really been as comfortable as I'd like to be at these super speedways, and we've gone to work, and Jim Pullman and the guys have done a great job of kind of hitting the things that I was looking for just from a driver comfort standpoint and how it feels. And those are things that I think will equate to what once we get out there in the draft. So, the goal is today to always be as fast as Xfinity Internet, but even more so, just looking at your board that you look at, that being 1 below the cut line is really disappointing. As coming in here as the point leader last week to Kansas and just not really finishing the way that we should have the last month, it's been disheartening. So I want to rally this team. We can't go back in time. We can always go forward, and we're going to go do our best today and hopefully have a good shot at it for the Roval next week and see what happens.
All right, Marty, we'll see if they can get the teamwork to make this work get back on track.
Yeah, Jeff, have you ever been through a stretch like Justin Allgaier and his race team? I mean, they're an incredible team, but they haven't finished a clean race in over a month.
Almost over 100 likes.
Well, that's the problem, is what you want to do is you want to back up and just say, okay, guys, let's just block and tackle and get decent finishes. But it's a playoffs.
Tracy,
that's not going to work. You just said it.
Go Austin
he
Hill.
just said it. He's uncomfortable. He's below the cut line. So that strategy of saying, okay, guys, let's take
in the owner championship.
next couple races,
he is.
just get finishes, make sure we finish the race, get our feet back underneath them. They don't have time for that. They got to go perform, and that makes this a different situation. And again, talks to the pressure of the playoffs.
So we mentioned nobody throws a party like Talladega. Any truths to the rumor you guys have spent some time on Talladega Boulevard? Jeff and DJ?
I plead the fifth. No. No. We've all had to experience that.
I did. I just don't remember it.
The fans love Talladega. It's always a party on race weekend in Central Alabama.
All right. Make sure you're hitting that like button for us. Hit that subscribe as well, as we are going to be bringing you live coverage of the United Rentals 250 from Talladega. We're bringing you the live audio of the CW and the live cams right here from NASCAR.com. We're going to have a good time watching this race. 200 miles an hour would be nice to hit $200, but we won't get that high, though. But maybe in the draft they might. But 7 for the win. Let me see your predictions for the win. Billy Voles going 7. I'm going the 20, even though he's going to start at the very back. The 9's going to drop back to the back of the pack. Auburn at 5. Georgia game has already started. Oh, Auburn and Georgia game has already started. Awesome. So we'll be keeping up with that too as well. But let me see who you got winning this thing. The 18 or the 48, C. Brown says. 5 cautions for Billy Voles, the 21 for Richard, 21, the 2 for Mike Anderson, the 81 for Mike. Let's see here. Cole, 79 times 79. Hit that like button times 79. That's right. 97 first after the best qualifying. Yes, his best qualifying he's ever had. It's hard, or for ovals wise, it's hard to go against RCR, but I might go with the 48. Parker Klingerman, of course, he is giving up his ride at the end of the year, so he is done at the end of the year. Leland Honeyman and who's Nick Sanchez going to the 48, correct? From the trucks, right? Nick Sanchez going to the 48. Kami, thank you for becoming a rookie member. Thanks so much for that. SSME Slot Cars, thanks for the subscribe as well. Corey Gibson's going to 97. Man, that'd be something if he could pull this off. Hurricane at Predators. Still preseason game starts in 1 hour. Awesome. Thank you for becoming a member, Cami. We appreciate you. Eric 7 for the win. Another Allgaier pick. All right. Another Allgaier. Pre-race ceremony should be starting here any minute here. 611. Thanks, guys, for being here. My name is CeeLo. If you're new to us, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We would love for you to help us with our subscribes today. There it is, popping up. Let's go 18, no more number 2. That's right. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. 16 for the win. Jaspy says AJ Allmendinger for the win. We'll see how that goes. He's going to be looking pretty good next week at the Oval. Too. What's going on here? Is it audio?
I'll be serious.
Oh, yeah, it's just 18 broke that cherry. Mark says, how many seconds does Creed have? Like 13, I think so. Teresa dropping those 2s. Jesse Love on the pole. Austin Hill. Should be interesting to see these two. Austin Hill always seems to find the wreck, though. But Austin Hill's in that 21. He's got the 21 pink number. He is doing the Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. Good for him. And here we go.
Happening. I think a lot of that's because of the 3-wide racing. Trying to make too much happen gets him in trouble.
So how do you avoid the chaos then if you're a driver today, DJ?
I'm going to show the race. We're going to show you the cams, Jeremy. It's almost like the race.
That it comes out on the other side.
Time for today's pre-race ceremonies from Talladega before the playoff race here this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as you are able, remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as Rio Beth High School Navy Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Talladega Superspeedway Emergency Services Communications Supervisor, Reverend Jeff Sauls.
Let's pray. Father in heaven, Jehovah God, we just thank you for the beautiful day that you provided to us. Father, we ask today, as you provided safety for everyone to come today, that you'll do that again during this race. Protect the race driver, their teams, Father, the track services workers as they respond to calls on this track. Lord, we just thank you for that. We praise you for who you are, Lord. We want to lift up, Lord, the people that are been affected by the hurricane. May you restore their property soon. May you provide relief for them quickly. Lord, we love you. We thank you through your Son, Jesus Christ, as we all come together to say amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Talladega Superspeedway's very own Tanner Johnston.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Green flag for the Xfinity Series is just around the corner. Time for race number 2 of the postseason. We'll get the engines fired here at Talladega Superspeedway next.
On paper, it's easy.
Somebody join really quick. There you go. Thank you. Hope everybody's doing well today. Thanks so much for hanging out. I mean, yeah, he was off tune a little bit, but hey, it takes a lot to get in front of a crowd like that and on national television. Aero flip at Dega. Are we going to see a flip today? Or are we going to say what? But thank you guys for the prayers, the USAs in the chat. We appreciate it. Just waiting on the cams to come on, and we'll bring them on for you. But thanks so much, guys, for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you. We're here for the United Rentals 250 at Talladega. Bill, that guy who sang was terrible. Don't give your day job up. Yeah, I mean, I think he was a local. I think they just let him do that there. But, hey, salute to him for getting up in front of a bunch of people. One World, One Goal says, hey, Casilo, hope everybody's safe. Just want the Publix to prepare for another hurricane. Yeah, I know. It's going to be a tough one. Prayers for you guys. Got Apple TV for my Inter Miami and you on my tablet. Awesome. Thank you so much. Mrs. Silo, did you say Honeyman loses his ride in the 48? No, Parker Klingerman. Klingerman is losing it in the 48. He's leaving. He's not racing anymore. I think he's just going to be full-time broadcaster or pit reporter. Yeah, give him a break. Exactly. I heard much worse. Exactly. I've heard much worse at big-time hockey games and NFL games and stuff like that. So just waiting on the cams to come on here, guys, and we'll bring them on here in just a second. Happy race day to everybody. Appreciate you being here. We're going to have a good time today. We'll bring in some MRN and radio as well today, too. So thank you guys for hitting the subscribe. Appreciate it all. There we go. Here we go. Battle cam. Get our cameras up and rolling. Then we'll have some fun. Welcome to the CW broadcast finally, CeeLo. Yeah, Cole. We got the CW broadcast, baby. I finally signed up for YouTube TV thanks to our good friend, our mod, Rick, helping me out. There's Chandler Smith. All right, let me hook up another cam here. 1 second. Aerial cam. There's our aerial cam for the day. We appreciate you. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Albert, what's going on? Hello, hello. Welcome in. I do not understand Hulu claim that it has CW, but then I clicked on it and it went to DirecTV. I don't know. CW is kind of crazy. My CW, no bueno. Oh, man. No one will ever top Roseanne Arnold for the worst national anthem. Yeah, you got that right. And then let's do our third car is going to be, I guess, Austin Hill. We'll do Austin Hill. Yeah, we'll probably watch Austin Hill and Sheldon Creek. Got 3 cams tonight, Bronny. And not just 2. We got 3. All right, so we got the in-car camera, the aerial cam, and the battle cam to watch today. Shout out to our hero, Greg Biffle. Yes, great job for Greg. Been in his helicopter, giving some relief to everybody. Like a nice little commercial for Bad Brad there. So there we are. So we got our battle cam, our aerial cam, and our other cam. So there it is. We'll watch the Sheldon Creed too as well.
Lots of people look to AJ to be a favorite next weekend at the Roval, but crew chief Alex Yance told me they should consider him a favorite this weekend too. Now AJ will tell you he hates this type of racing, but Alex said he has so much confidence when it comes to making big moves at Super Speedway.
Pasta cam? Nope, they don't have one.
Colleague so strong when it comes to Talladega. They've won 4 of the last 8 races here with 3 different drivers. Dave Burns.
Kim Parker Kligerman is behind the below the cut line as well, and he calls full-time racing quits after this season. So he's hyper-motivated to win in the Xfinity Series Championship. He's won twice here at Talladega Speedway in the trucks, and just think about this place. It sort of mimics what he did at Daytona and what he did at Atlanta, a drafting racetrack. And those tracks, he finished 3rd and 2nd. Marty, I think it's time for Parker's first first.
Could be today, Dave. We always talk about, DJ, the need to work with teammates to draft through the field,
Eric.
like Dave mentioned. So what does that look like for Parker Kligerman? He doesn't have any teammates.
No, he doesn't, but I think he has friends
Let's
out
get the
there. Plus,
commercials out
they've
of the way.
recognized how good he is at Talladega, Daytona. He had a great run there, almost won. I think he'll get plenty of help if he shows them he has that fast race car again today.
Put me in the driver's mindset. If you left Kansas mad at another driver, would you purposefully not work with that driver today?
You know, I might make a move early on, not letting him in somewhere or something like that. But if it can be beneficial to you, you're crazy not to take that help.
Joe Gibbs Racing has a little secret weapon today. Eric Almirola. He's won the Cup playoff race here, and he's with Joe Gibbs Racing for the rest of the playoffs. Is today the biggest advantage they'll get from Almirola and being on their team?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Chandler Smith's doing a great job, but he could learn from being around Eric Almirola, and Sheldon Creed only needs to go up one more spot from what his best finish is here.
All the games that will be played today. Junior Motorsports has 2 teams below the cut line right now, and they needed all the help they can get. Let's get the engines cranked here at Talladega.
Talladega, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Please welcome Senior Superintendent of Robbins and Morton, Noah Johnston.
Let's get 200 likes, y'all. Hit that like button.
Drivers, start your engines!
We gave the command. I'll let you know when the pace car is going to roll though.
It's already been a tumultuous postseason for many of the Xfinity Series teams. No reason to believe that will settle down today. The green flag for the playoff race from Talladega is next here on CW Sports.
All right, we got the green. Got your picks on who's going to win. Now let's see how many cautions are we going to have in this number right here? How many cautions? I'm going to go 6. 6 cautions. And let me get the other commercials out of the way here on these cams. 6 cautions. All right, we're good to go. Nice. All right. We got our cams ready to go. Hope everybody's ready to go. 7, 9 for Mike, 8 for Bronny, 7 for Sean. Sean's got 7. Gotcha. Snick. It's got 8. Billy Vose, 8. Sean says 7. 5 for Jaspy. 7 for C. Brown. 11 cautions. It's Dega. That's 2 words. Hey, it's Dega. Yeah, that's good. Good enough. Great explanation there. It's Dega. 7 for Gregor. 6 for Karen. 6 for Tim. Billy's got 6. Eric's got 7. Eric's got you 7. Another Eric's got 7. I'm with you. 6. Emmett says. Okay, we got 6 cautions. 8 for Buana. Kiwi, what's up? David's 8. Billy Vose 5. Cole Trickle 33rd and a 3rd. What else? Car Enthusiast 14. David Clark 23. So it's impossible to big screen the race and a smaller screen for the leaderboard. No, it's not, Herb. This is how we do it. 7 cautions. 17 for F3. Side draft says over under car flips for the day 3. Shane 8th and qualify. Yeah, 8th. Right, great for him. Looking forward to another good race. SVG will finish top 3. 7 cautions. There's SVG on our screen right now. Ethan says video title will be like Justin Allgaier massive flip. No big one. Too much danger to man and machine. Exactly, Mark. Let's see what happens here. Keep it clean. That's right. Keep it. We have a family friendly here. Herb says thanks. F3 says under 2 at once for Billy. Rob Brownie says Shane starting 17th tomorrow in the Cup race. That's good for him. Back in 2017, the spring AJ was on his roof. Stay all on the track today, AJ. Kevin says 10 cautions. My brother Keith plays the flute. Nice, man. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out. Hit that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel. And there's SVG. Moving on. As the cars are rolling here at Dega, baby. Look at that massive track, man. Massive. Crazy. And here's our in-car camera with Austin Hill. Pouring out. Our car will flip on the last lap. We'll see. What's up, Ray? Hey. One car will flip on lap 76. And also, lap 3, y'all. Lap 3, if we don't have a caution. Lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr. So lap 3, we're going to see the 3s in the chat. And when you see this, when you see Dale on your screen, we're going to do the drop the threes. So lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr. and one of the places Dale Sr. made famous here at Talladega, baby. We've seen Talladega go from all the way from the back of the pack to the first spot in a couple laps.
Kind of trouble in just one race, and they haven't even raced here yet. Talladega is the fastest, scariest, and most unpredictable race of the postseason. If that's not enough, next week is the Roval in Charlotte, which many think is just as big of a wild card race. So there is no taking it easy today because there are no easy races in the NASCAR playoffs, Dave Burns.
Marty, standing here, I have a good look at what happens over there so often coming out of turn number 4. It's called the Big One, and it is a crash that involves multiple cars at Talladega Superspeedway, and so often you don't even have any idea it started. And when you're behind it, you don't have any idea where to go. You might have been trying to be helpful to your teammate, pushing him through. Well, guess what? You couldn't see this all happening. You get in the wreck too. The Big One happens often. It even happens
the high speeds and proximity of their competitors makes this second race of the playoffs maybe the most stressful
it's
all
good.
year.
I just saw a white car with a red lettering. It's not him.
Talladega Superspeedway, United Rentals 250. And welcome once again alongside our crew chief, Steve Letarte, the mayor, Jeff Burton, Rick Allen with you. Steve, let's start off with the race is shorter at only 250 miles, and you're putting all of the cars in close proximity. Doesn't that equal chaos?
Chaos for sure. What you're going to see out here on these high banks is chaotic, but by no means is it random. Every driver out there has the guts to go out there and do what you're going to see, but some have more skill. Some lean into this style of racing. It is not random on who's good. Every driver can win, but some drivers' opportunity to win is much higher, and that's because of the skill behind the wheel.
I mentioned the word stressful. Jeff, now we have the second race of the playoffs with only the Roval in front of us. That has to add to the stress as well coming here.
Well, it really does, especially if you're the guys at the front of the pack, right? Some guys feel like they're in pretty good shape. Cole Custer, Chandler Smith, they want to come out here and not hit anything. They want a good, solid day. The other side of that, Sammy Smith way down at the bottom. This is a good opportunity to have a little bit of chaos and help him. Nice. Parker Kligerman, A.J. Allmendinger, they're both very good at this kind of racing. They could leave here in much better shape than they came in.
Allgaier, Allmendinger below the cut line.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Again, for this United Rentals 250 from Talladega, it is an RCR front row with Jesse Love, who won the race here earlier this year, alongside Austin Hill, who has dominated on the super speedways.
Eric Almirola was qualified in row 5, and that's where he's rolling around the racetrack. Because of an infraction with NASCAR, they'll have to drop to the rear, and they'll also have to do a pass-through penalty. Pit under green. We'll see if he can recover.
Furthest back of the playoff drivers as far as starting position, Sammy Smith, all the way back in row 14.
Camera guy likes SVG.
Sammy Smith definitely needs something big to happen here, as he right now is sitting 12th of the 12 drivers. He needs to get up to 8. Marty.
Rick, it'll be interesting to watch Riley Herbst today. He has quietly become one of the better drafting track drivers. In fact, here at Talladega, Herbst has 3 finishes of 11th or better in his last 4 Talladega starts, including second here in the spring. When he and I talked this morning, he told me he's been working really hard on his super speedway craft. Finished today, Kim, Herbst is just 1 point above the cut line.
Well, you heard Rick talk about Sammy Smith. He qualified the slowest of the playoff drivers all the way back in the 27th position. Every other playoff driver all the way back in the 27th position. Every other playoff driver starts 14th or better. But crew chief Philip Bell told me there's no concern. This was by design. He said the car is set up for security in the race, not to doubt for speed and qualifying. this was the key because comfort in the pack is so dependent on the balance of the car, and Sammy needs that comfort in order to have confidence to make big moves in the draft, Dave.
Kim Shane Van Gisbergen starts 8th, and we all know that he is great on the road courses like the one coming up next week at the Roval. But I asked him, are you comfortable on the drafting tracks yet? He said, nope. And then he paused, and then he smiled, and he said, that's going to take a lot more laps, but I'll be better this time than I was last time. The 97 driver is not afraid to make moves. He's just afraid that he won't make the ones he knows how, and he hasn't learned all that he needs to yet on this very technical drafting track.
That's right, Sean.
Dave, he always says that when he goes back to a racetrack, he feels a little more comfortable. So he's already been here before, and this will be the second time this year that he's been here to Talladega. All right, Jeff, let's take a look at the keys to Mobil 1 Victory Lane.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to win this race, but some things you have to do. We talked about it. There's always a big wreck. You have to survive that. Track position matters. If you get that track position, you got to fight to keep it. You got to be there late in the race. If not, you can't win it. And then know when to be aggressive. You got to recognize your surroundings, recognize your situation, be willing to be aggressive, but only do it at the right time.
Ryan Ellis, Albert, I like that
way
one.
Down pit road right
My dark
now,
horse is Flash Pasta. Anybody else got any dark
horses? Let's listen into the radio of the 98 of Riley Herbst. A little pep talk here.
All right, buddy. Ain't nobody in this field. I'd rather work speedway races here than you. So let's keep the nose cleaned all day long. Let's have some fun.
Thank
Keep
you, Joe. Billy Joe.
all day, and we'll be there at the end. Pretty short race. So take your toes all day long before. Thanks, guys.
Can you pick a favorite when you come to this
Talladega,
racetrack?
baby.
I mean, I know we've talked about Austin Hill and his successes, but his best finish here is 14th.
Joshua.
So would he be a favorite when you come here, or maybe Eric Almirola, who's
what's
won
up,
here
dude? Good
before?
to see you.
I look at Eric Almirola as the favorite to me just because of experience.
My pleasure, guys.
So many races in Cup.
C. Brown says, I can watch CW, but I love hanging in a group to watch the race with.
It's going to be pretty breathtaking, but some,
the
Jeff, have done it so much, it just becomes kind of a natural reaction. You know, these
are lights are off on
some
the
are
pace car.
calculated moves, but some are reactionary moves onto what the traffic's doing around you.
I like Jesse Love, the 2-car. To me, won the race here in the spring. Teammates with Austin Hill, RCR Power.
MRN for the start
I like his
because
chances.
Dave, we talk RCR and Austin Hill. He's been the most successful on these tracks.
I think every.
Here we go. Let's see how in tune it is.
So you mentally and physically have to be in that right spot to tackle things at Talladega. Caesar Babs, a lot of the super speedway races in the NASCAR Xfinity Series was set to start.
You go to MRN for the restarts.
In the Brownie Chevrolet. The problem is when he got ready to go out for qualifying, he's been battling a sinus infection, had a migraine headache that was making his vision a little blurry. He said he felt like a million knives sticking towards his left eye. Martins, he has his license, he's got his driver's bag, and he has jumped behind the wheel of his own Chevrolet. They'll start scratch.
All right, y'all, pull those belts tight one last time.
Today, a lot of these drivers
it's Dega, baby. Y'all be nice to each other.
For Eric Almirola, I spoke to the team just a minute ago who pointed that fact out to me that Eric is not wearing a cool suit. I said, was that his choice? And the team kind of laughed and said, we didn't really give him much of a choice.
Here we go.
Here we go. Green flag. Lookity cool suits.
Here we go. Green flag. Lookity, lookity, lookity. Let's go racing, boys.
Is going to have to tough it out today. He already has that penalty going to start at the back that we talked about earlier, but he's fast and he's won here at Talladega and still very much alive in a championship fight of his own on the owner's side for the 20 car.
Yeah, that's just one of those situations, you know.
Yeah, it's not.
Those pieces
it's not
have to be
up
installed
to speed like it
before the
was
seats
last
get
week.
Put in, they all get back there at the shop. You make the decision on what the temperature is like.
Okay, back to the audio, the CW.
Getting ready to take on Talladega Superspeedway, 250 miles, 94 laps, 3 stages, and we're about to get underway. Again, the start-finish line at Talladega. On
love that DW throwback.
Of this trioval. Green flags in the air. We're racing at Talladega.
Really behind. Austin Hill right out front here.
Kind of an
odd
start to
all
the
over
race.
the place. They're not together at all, which is
Austin
surprising.
Hill's going to let him down in front of him. And RCR would lead the bottom row, but no such case here is now the two have lost some momentum.
Finish line's in a different spot at Talladega. Yes, it's down there off of going into turn
top
1.
Line fell back, but now the 21 has
the
gone
bottom
up
line
there
trying to get together
it up.
here.
So the blue and light 21 of Austin Hill
What's
out
up,
in
OJ?
front. 81 of Chandler Smith, that green top to the car.
2x2.
Right behind the 21, giving a little bit of a push. Here comes the 2 of Jesse Love behind him.
You see the outside line is a little more organized. Some drivers are bailing to get to the bottom, trying to get some energy on that bottom lane.
Looking back from Austin Hill's car, thanks to Bennett Transportation giving us this onboard view. There's that pass-through penalty, Steve, you talked about. Eric Almirola.
20's coming through.
So he won't lose a lap by rolling down pit road.
20's coming through.
All by himself on the racetrack.
All right, y'all. Next time around, get your thumbs up in the tri-oval.
Cars that are packed together.
Get your thumb
AJ
emojis
Allmendinger
ready.
in the 16 trying to make that
Thumbs
inside line
emojis
work.
ready
He's got a
when they
little
come
bit of
back
help with
around.
Riley Herbst in the 98 behind him.
One thing these drivers have to deal with is in
You know what? No, we do 3. We're doing lap 3. I forgot. Never mind.
You can put your
We're
front
doing
bumper
lap
into
3.
somebody's rear bumper and
Coming
push
up
the
here,
entire
lap
lap
3
as long
first.
as you can before you overheat.
Coming up, lap
in
3.
this series, that's against the rules. You can
Here
bump
we go.
them.
Get ready. Get
you
your
push the guy,
3s
but
ready.
You can't lock bumpers. If you do, NASCAR
Get
will
your
penalize
3s
you.
ready. We'll do the thumbs up another couple laps. 3s in the chat. Every lap 3. We honor you, Dale Sr.
Bad pushes.
Especially
That's
here at
the reason that rule is
Talladega,
implemented.
where you made
But
this
it changes
track
the way
famous.
these guys have to race.
3s in the chat. As we
You have
honor
always
Dale
talked
Sr.
also about that bubble,
3
the air bubble that's
in the
in
chat.
these cars, that sometimes they don't actually get to the bumper, but push them just because of the air.
That's right. And you know, drafting is an art. Not everybody's good at it. You can see several drivers trying to make it 3 wide. Kind of hung those guys out in the middle. But yeah, you try to get right to the close to that rear bumper of the car in front of you to give them a big push, but sometimes as you get closer to them, that your air pushes them away from you.
That's the case with Riley Herbst in the 98 pushing AJ Allmendinger. He got him up
Praise you know what?
next to
Praise
the
you know
top
what?
2.
Those 3s in the chat. Thank you guys
But
so
not
much.
enough momentum to get in front. And now the 21 of Austin Hill. How much is he going to be looking in his mirror?
Yeah, the entire time. I mean, 85% of it. You know, look at his eyes. So watch this ride along. You know that.
Thank you guys so
rear
much.
View, right, left. So that's the rear view mirror. When he glances to the left, our right, there's a mirror on the left side of the car, so he can see the cars underneath him. So right now, he knows the 16 of Allmendinger is underneath him. He saw that happening. He could have tried to block it. He decided
These
not
commercials
to.
out of the way. Scary
Allmendinger
Larry.
takes
I
the
like
lead,
that.
and he slides in front of the 21 of Hill. And now Allmendinger in control of this race.
We talked a lot about what it takes to make the passes. We haven't talked a lot about the defensive moves, the blocking we're going to see. And I think at this point of the race, you're not going to see a whole lot of big blocks because losing the lead, no big deal at lap 5. But you kind of get a little bit of a test of how these runs come later in the race, especially the closing laps. You're going to see, well, there's one. A defensive move by Allmendinger to move up to the upper lane.
I think a little bit of change,
Sam
though,
Mayer.
is
I
there's
see
only
you,
20
Sam
laps to
Mayer.
the end of stage 1, and points are going to be paid. So this aggressive block right there by Sam Mayer.
Going to keep on pulling for the 12-time runner.
White car made the big block.
Creed,
that was
let's
just
go
the fear of
Creed.
losing track position.
Riley Herbst is also doing some blocking in the 98. And as he went up to block that second line up top.
Oh,
this
Taylor
one's a
Gray
big
thought
one,
him out of
Elizabeth.
that black car, the number 19. He was late with the block. Now he's in the middle. No man's land. Look how much slower. Now he's still wide open. This speed difference right here is purely no one in line with him. That's the difference between the drafts.
Ryan Sieg has thrown his name into the hat now in the
I see
39.
you, Molly.
He's on the bottom, the second car on the bottom.
Sam Mayer, new leader.
And now two drivers coming together, probably thinking about side drafting.
See you, Mayer.
Sam Mayer in the 1 on the inside, and the 16 of Allmendinger leading on the outside with a push from the 98 of
All right, here we go. Next time around, get your thumbs up. Thumbs up next time around here.
And that gave him the opportunity to take the lead of this race. That
Underway.
shows you how important it is.
Underway from Talladega. It's the second race
Went
of the
low.
playoffs for the Xfinity Series. It's Sam Mayer out in front here at the 2.66 mile super speedway.
Look at Ryan Sieg. Mayer goes to the back.
And Doug.
All right, y'all, let's crank it up.
We're in a parade.
Crank it up and thumbs in the chat. One more time around, we'll do it again. Crank it up, y'all. 3 into 4. Get your thumbs ready. See you, Pasta. Alfredo. Let me scroll through the field for you guys. AJ Allmendinger out front. Almirola just running by himself. He's going to get caught eventually. Crank it up.
To the number 7 position. 8th is Jesse Love. 9th is Taylor Gray. And 10th. 11th in front of Brandon Jones.
Jesse Love is not 8th. That never ends behind 2. Look at Jesse Love. Man, this camera guy's on it, man. What are the stage lengths? Hold on, I'll get you right here. 25 laps is this first stage. 25 laps. I think it'll be in the second stage. I think that's where the big wreck's gonna be. SVG dropped back to 15th. Jesse Love, Dinger. Austin Hill, Ryan Sieg.
Talladega Superspeedway. Make sure to shift into high gear with your chance to win an all-access Daytona 500 experience. You can scan the QR code or visit NASCAR.com/racking-up-the-wins now to enter. And things getting a little crazy up front as they're 3 wide for 3rd, but it's Jesse Love who won this race earlier in the year. He is out front. Then you have AJ Allmendinger. Ryan Sieg was up front. He got shuffled out, but now fighting back on that
like
outside.
button for us.
He's on
Hit
his
that
own,
subscribe.
and right along with Sheldon Creed in the Toyota onboard. Looking over at Carson Kvapil.
Sheldon Creed's in the middle of 3 wide. I'm curious to see if this middle is going to work. Right now, it seems to not have as much energy as the inside and the outside lane.
Sieg looking for some help. Sieg in the 39, that white hooded car, as he is heading into the Trioval. He's about to get some help from the 98 of Riley Herbst. We'll see if that will push him up here in contention for the lead. He's going to get by the 16 of Allmendinger, but with no help behind him, that might be as far as he goes.
Martinsville, no, T-Lee. Talladega, baby. Oh, come on, Blast Boston. Don't be getting crazy there.
We can slow that inside line down. And
stay behind the 21, Fast Pasta.
All of these cars coming with a great deal of speed.
Riley Herbst in the 98, he got shuffled out. There's the 20, by the way, just left the bottom of your
no
screen.
Way they make
Eric
it to the end of the stage
about to
like
get lapped by this pack.
Yeah, he's over 2 seconds slower by himself. If the pack catches him 2 wide, it shouldn't be an issue. But if they're 3 wide when they catch him,
500 likes.
4 wide gets very, very narrow here at Talladega. Not a lot of room. You could pull it off, just not a lot of room for error. For Almirola, as long as another car doesn't go a lap down, he'll be awarded the free pass at the end of the stage. So he, his risk of trying to jump on the front of this pack would probably be lower. I think he's going to take less risk with the big block to allow him to draft past him and put him a lap down.
Yeah, there are several cars that are out there running by themselves. I don't know if
the start of the race.
The pack will catch them.
If you want to know where a driver is, just ask me. I'll scroll up for you.
Lap down. But this is crazy. This race, with the shortened distance, has created the intensity to go and have to go right now. And you're seeing drivers willing to do
commercials than normal.
We haven't seen them willing to do early in these Xfinity races.
And we know that each position is a point. Well, at the end of stage 1, you can receive up to 10 points. If you win the stage, and all the way down to 1 point if you finish 10th in that stage. And everyone's trying to collect points, especially those right now in the
13 laps
playoffs,
complete
because
of 25.
you've got to be above the top 4 in
Thank you,
points
Shane. You're welcome.
if you don't want to be eliminated at the end of the
CeeLo,
race
Sir, and Junior.
next week at the
Senior and
Roval.
Junior, the only two
And
drivers
Jesse
I've
Love
ever
and
seen go
AJ
from back to the
Allmendinger
front 3 laps. Me
are
too.
two of those guys, right? They're two guys that, Love's
Who
3
got out?
points to the good.
They were lapping those two
Allmendinger's minus 13, so these points are really important. Dave.
Eric Almirola, after he gets past here and lapped, he's looking for guys to race with that aren't going to get lapped. He knows that the Gase cars, Joey Gase and Carson Ware, a ways behind here, are not slow enough to get lapped. He's going to try to link up with them after all the field goes by here.
Yeah, so for the 20, it's just hold your line on the bottom, on the yellow line. Even if you kind of get picked up,
got to work through these
by maybe
commercials.
the one,
We'll
I
be
don't
back
think you
on
want
in
to
a
be in this
second.
pack. Don't get a
Can
wreck.
you look?
You're not
where the
racing
car
any of these
with the
guys for
number
position.
38
Just
is?
get through this first stage, kind of reset the race. Just a reminder, if you weren't here at the beginning, he had an infraction and inspection that required a pass-through penalty under green. So first lap of the race, he came down pit
there
road,
he is.
rolled pit road, and that's why he's off
31st
the pace
spot.
and a lap down.
And when a caution comes out, if he is the highest scored lap down car, which right now he's the only lap down car that's on the track, you get your lap back. You get a free pass.
You're welcome.
So that is what he is, free pass position to be back on the lead lap after a caution.
Dean Thompson,
Now
let's
coming
go.
to 10 to go in this stage. As a driver, there's something about that 10 to go, Steve, that tells me I've got to ramp my intensity up. I know this stage is coming to an end quickly. We've already seen a lot of aggressive driving, a lot of blocking. If that gets much more aggressive, it could get ugly.
You hear Austin Hill just working the throttle a little bit. That's purely to try to keep from getting into the back of the 16. Rather not touch the brake, you'd rather work the throttle a little bit. Pretty organized up front. Jesse Love doing a nice job leading. That car has a lot of speed because it stays a car length out. Some cars take runs easier than others, Rick, meaning when the car gets close to the back, it just kind of pushes you away instead of getting right to your rear bumper.
Jesse Love up front, and right now only 3 points above the cut line, so if he could get stage points here, that would be huge.
Truck race was great. I thought it was good, Emerald. We had a fun time here. All right, crank it up again. Here we go. Crank it up. Cranking it up. You'll hear it when they come by because the camera is sitting on top of the grandstand, but get those thumbs ready. Will another race CeeLo? I'm not sure, OJ. Those thumbs. Sounds great when they come by. It's awful quiet, though, on the front stretch when they're on the back stretch. That's how far away they are. Okay, crank it up then, Michael says. Oh, here we go. That's just how far out they are on the back stretch from the front stretch. Here they come again. Get ready. Megadeth, what's up? 2x2. He's now beside Herbst. I think he may have been a good move. Jesse Love continuing to leave this thing. We're looking at Dinger, Sheldon Creed, Allmendinger. No, we got Allgaier, Sheldon Creed, Dinger, and I can't see who the other one is. The 19, a graph of Taylor Gray. Thanks for the subscribes. Appreciate all the love here, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 likes. 1,500 in the house tonight. Preston, Hans as well. Thank you for subscribing. What channel is the race? It's on the CW. I'll be shocked if they make it to the stage. We'll see. I'm doing any basic. Yeah, I'm doing Teely. I'm doing Dodgers, Padres tonight. 7:30. 7:10 Central will go on live. Padres Dodgers, live from Dodger Stadium. Thank you. We'll go with in-car camera, crank it up next commercial. It's not on the CW in Detroit. Yeah, some people don't have it. But Jesse, oh, high blocks Parker there.
Legend Randy Orton faces NXT's rising star Javon Evans in what could be a show-stealing match. Don't miss an all-new NXT. That's Tuesday at 8, 7 Central, only on the CW. Jesse Love in that 2, still moving from row to row, holding on to the lead. But the guys behind him, those drivers have changed. We've got Justin Allgaier in the 7. He is coming up on the inside. Chandler Smith in the 81 on the outside, leading those 2 lines.
Some inside car action. 14. He's got himself up to second. Watch this exchange right here. He goes to the top. Chandler Smith goes to the top to block. Immediately, Allgaier hangs the left and gets underneath him. And that was a really nice move. And now it's put the 7 car in position to potentially win this stage. And if not win it, at least get really good points.
And needs it as he is below the cut line, that playoff cut line we continue to talk about. Allgaier was 1 point below at the start of this race. Marty.
And, Rick, that just shows the aggression Justin Allgaier is going to have today. They have lost 74 points in the last 2 races. Talking to Jim Pullman this morning, he said that is our only option to play the race today. We have to be very aggressive, trying to get stage wins and all the points we can.
Well, Brandon Jones going to help him. Vanderbilt 7-0.
Cannot go below it to advance your position. That's the out of bounds here at Talladega.
That's a great point, Rick, as we count down the laps, Jesse Love is going to kind of use that out-of-bounds line like a defender would in basketball, right? Hold you to the baseline. Don't allow you to pivot one direction. So if that red and white number 2, there he goes. He got up off the yellow line, and that left room. The 7 sideways, but getting the push. The 2 now stuck in the middle.
Oh, that is the mistake. You cannot
look at the outside line, Brandon Jones.
You cannot give him the bottom on corner exit.
He's going to hook up with Jesse Love
all
here.
the way back, almost outside the top 10 now.
Is that Klingerman right behind him?
Can he recover? Coming to 3 to go. Those 2 cars have been very, very good, but running out of time.
Out in front, Chandler Smith, one of the playoff drivers.
Late to the party.
Leading. You'll notice on the left, on the scoring pylon, every playoff driver has a purple line underneath their name.
Matches the purple splitter, windshield banner, and spoiler that those same playoff cars have. A little easier to pick out in the pack.
Well, 4 wide in the back.
Things getting aggressive now. We're coming up on
good,
2 laps remaining in stage 1.
2 laps to
Jesse
go.
Love's now leading that 3rd line.
It'll be 1 lap to go right here because
Jesse Love trying to
1 lap
battle his way back up front after getting shuffled all the way back outside the top 10. Chandler Smith doing a great job leading his pack on the bottom.
That was a shocking mistake out of the youngster driving the 2 of Jesse Love, giving the 7 the bottom off the exit of turn 2.
Last lap in stage 1.
Yeah, right now Chandler Smith leading this race. Allgaier doesn't have enough help behind him to get the push to be able to get momentum to try to pass him. They're double file next to him, and when you're double file, you do not have the energy. It makes so much aero drag side by side that it's hard to gain. It's hard to gain position. It's hard to get forward momentum going.
Looking forward at that 16 of A.J. Allmendinger right in front of Austin Hill, and then Sheldon Creed in the 18 on the outside line.
See, there you go. That 3rd lane, that 3rd row, they're just sitting there side by side, so they cannot help. You see, Carl on the outside of Creed, he moved up the racetrack.
Riding along with Jeff Burton and the Golden Corral on board. Coming up on the final lap of stage 1. 1 to go.
Oh, look at the move. He blocked him.
All right, Creed's gotten to the outside.
With a push.
Car of Allmendinger. Now, can he get a push? Can he get some help?
That's Pasta pushing.
And it's going to be 3
Smith
wide
gonna win this
currently
stage
for the 6th spot.
Here.
That's Cole Custer in the 00 making the move on the outside.
Big run coming on the bottom. The 21 to the 16. He'll push the 7. Will the 7 go to the top? It looks like he will. He'll try to get to the right rear quarter panel of the 81.
Sheldon Creed a little loose in the 18.
There it is.
Now the 7 tries to side draft the 16. For the stage 1 win and a playoff point, the 81 of Chandler Smith. Now momentum
Toyota,
coming
baby.
behind him. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger. This is why this finish line right there is close. Chandler Smith, Allmendinger, Allgaier, Hill, and Creed, the top 5.
Well, there it is. Just got home to see race 1.
7th stage win this season for Chandler Smith. And again, playoff drivers all looking fairly good. Shane Van Gisbergen,
right
the furthest back of the playoff drivers, finishing 23rd. Stage 1 complete. We told you, it's a fast one here at Talladega.
All right, no cautions. Well, I'm sure there will be a caution this one here. Aloha from Hawaii, Astroface. Thanks for being here. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button for us. I'm glad everyone made it back clean and safe. Let's go to some pit stops, Side Draft says. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream today. We are watching NASCAR.com. If you guys would like to go to your own tablet, you can watch these cams for free on NASCAR.com. And just like that, Emerald is back on the lead lap. Let's go. These are NASCAR.com, free for anybody. You also have scanners as well. And we can listen to MRN radio.
No.
But there's no caution. Okay. Let's see, we have any...
For you. We're going to get you tightened up. I think that saw a lot of people skating around there. I think you're going to have more people taking 4 here than what we originally anticipated.
Thank you, James Bigley,
so
for subscribing. James, appreciate it. All right. There is... I'm going to add another car. Let's see if that's how the... 1 second, y'all. Let me get Sheldon Creed on here, too. Doing pretty good, man. We had a good stream this morning. And now we're here at the... Let's watch Sheldon Creed as well. All right, so we got Sheldon Creed. Get that commercial. Caution count. Yep, thank you so much. But thanks so much for being here, guys. Take restrictor plates off, Jim Fox says. Do you do NFL too? Not really, T-Lee. We tried a little bit of NFL last year after baseball season and NASCAR was over on Sundays, and it just did not do anything for us. All right, so we got 2 in-car cameras. We got aerial cam and now battle cam. So. All right, let's see what Austin Hill had to say anything. Austin Hill saying anything?
6:15, Andy, is the cutoff for time, just FYI, 6:15.
All right. You were at the zoo this morning with the family. Nice. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks so much. My name is
Copy the time on channel 1 there.
Hope you guys are having a good day today.
6:15, and we will be taking 4 here.
4 tires for Austin Hill. We're listening to Austin Hill's radio. Jim, you can't take them off. There's a reasonable reason they have them. These cars will literally fly through the catch fence and hurt people. They haven't managed the speed.
Get him out of the box. Copy, let's do it.
Vandy up 2 scores on Bam already? Oh my gosh.
I'll pay attention to the few that are pitted in front of us here since they're towards the back. I'll keep you posted too.
All right, here we go.
NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by United Rentals, official equipment rental partner of NASCAR. Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express card. And by Toyota. Let's go places. Here is the Mobile One leaderboard. After stage 1 is complete, Chandler Smith, Allmendinger, Allgaier, Hill, and Creed all top 5. Let's take a look at the stage points earned. Very big for drivers like Allgaier, who was below line. Allmendinger also below that playoff cut line.
Yeah, so we talked about Jesse Love losing his spots, and here he is, you know, battling for the lead.
Jeremy Clements
gets his car off the bottom of the racetrack, and you're not going to give a guy like Justin Allgaier that look. He's going to take that spot. And he went from battling for the lead back to finishing 15th place. So that's a massive difference in the loss of stage points. Kim, you just cannot make that mistake.
Oh, and this was on Jesse's list. He told me 2 goals, make high-quality moves, and don't let people shuck me out because it seems to be a pattern at these tracks. Here was the feedback from the team.
Back to the bottom. Got to react faster. Repeat that. He just needs to react faster to your commands. Yeah, 10-4.
So you heard veteran crew chief Danny Stockman talk about Jesse needing to react faster to spotter Brandon Benesh's cues.
And the whole field about ready to head onto the progressive pit road, and they'll come to you first, Dave.
Austin Hill finished 4th, Rick, 7 stage points for him, but it was a struggle. He called the car out of control. Darty, I have no idea what the car is going to do. I cannot turn the steering wheel without trying to spin out. They're going to make a big adjustment here. He's already been told it's going to be a lengthy pit stop.
AJ Allmendinger, top right of your screen. Great points grab for him in this first stage. He said it's free, definitely free. Lots of rubber on the racetrack. He said it's hot and slick. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Snow-Go fuel, Marty.
14th to 3rd for Justin Allgaier, who said, we're pretty quick, but I have to put a lot of wheel into it in the corners to get it to turn. Chandler Smith, meanwhile, with the stage win. He said, out front, the car just, quote, feels draggy. How about the no tire stop call for the 2-team?
14 spots for Jesse Love, no tires.
He inherits the lead.
Yeah, that race off of progressive pit road, you see 14 spots for Love, a loss of 1 position for Chandler Smith, and Sheldon Creed's team grabs him 2 spots.
Wow, what's up with that? No tires for Jesse Love? What's the deal? I mean, you got a fast enough car. Why would you do that? I guess he didn't feel like he needed it, but we'll see how that works here on this track. Jesse Love, no tires? Like, what? That is weird. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Appreciate all the love. It's been a good day so far. We're coming up with another stream after this. A triple header tonight on the stream. Oh, nice. 3. Nice. Tom, our good friend, or one of our mods, is down there hanging out this weekend in Talladega, and he's sending me pictures from there. So that's cool. No tires, just gas, Irving Boy says. So we're watching. This is the battle cam. This is the aerial cam. Well, yes, we can watch them. This was a little delayed, so we can watch them pit again if you'd like. This is just a second ago. Everybody pit. Go Dodgers, Georgia fan says. That's a bold strategy, Jesse Love crew. Very bold. Tires? We don't need no stinking tires, Tim says. Can I be a mod CeeLo? Not right now, Georgia fan. We're good, brother. All right. There's that. There's all the spotters on top of the thing there. So, all right, that's Sheldon Creed's car. No, this is Sheldon Creed's car. This is Austin Hill's car. Aerial cam, and there's the 29 pitting. There's Amarola. What's up? Yeah, I just saw that. That's awesome. Thank you, man. There's Fast Pasta, baby. Yeah, he's my dark horse, Tom. He's my dark horse. No tires necessary. There's my pick to win it right there. Alberola, the 20. All right. Love's team is gambling on a caution. Hope they don't cause it. Yeah. No tires out front. 24K bound. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Please subscribe to us, y'all. We're trying to get to 24,000 this weekend, so they don't see the Denny hat next week. I don't know. Probably won't get it this weekend, but maybe next weekend after that. Stage 2 about to ramp up. That's right. Holly says, yep. Hope not too. Alfredo, my dark horse. Me too, Lloyd. Alfredo didn't have a good pit stop, though. Came out 10th. Caution +1. Thank you. I gotta do that.
On North Carolina, then off to the Charlotte Roval for an elimination race in the NASCAR Xfinity Series Playoffs. CW Sports Saturday next week, starting at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, only on the CW. Dave, what about Austin Hill on that first stage?
He was told it would be a lengthy pit stop, lost 4 positions there while they worked in the car, but listen to his radio before he came to the pits.
I am like literally out of control. Like my hands are killing me because I'm gripping the steering wheel so tight. I have no idea what the race car is about to do.
They made a series of adjustments during that stop, and at the end of the stop, the crew, who normally does not lose any spots on pit road, was just a little bit frustrated, a little bit celebrating. They knew they had to give up time to try to make this car right. Get on out here, get back out there. Remember, guys, this is one of the fastest crews, the fastest crew in the NASCAR Xfinity Series all season.
Yeah, they have gained Austin Hill numerous spots throughout the season, and so when they have to make added adjustments and a little slower pit stop, obviously frustrating for them, but if it makes the car faster and more competitive, then in the end it's going to reap the benefits.
If there's ever a track you could give up 4 spots, this is the one. You have to have your driver in control. You don't want the car driving the driver.
And Steve, it's one of those racetracks where you can find a great deal of speed, but the sacrifice is drivability, and we talk about it. Normally, drivability isn't that big of a deal here, but you can cross that edge where you're worried so much about just raw speed that the driver now doesn't have the control he wants. And without that, you cannot be aggressive. When a hole opens up,
well, it's decided. Beard 30, there you go. Kind of watch
Kligerman,
though.
You're gonna wreck,
and I'm impressed with his moves.
Do take some speed away potentially and making the car drive better, but if that's a driver doing what he needs to do.
There's been so many commercials, y'all.
Marty, is Chandler Smith and that 81 team, are they feeling good about the win of stage 1?
Yeah, I think they feel good about getting those stage points and the playoff point in the bank as well, Rick, for Chandler Smith and the 81 team. Before that last pit stop, he gave an update on the handling and also what's happening inside the car. Listen.
Super draggy. When people get close to pushing me, it throws a parachute out today. That the throttle pedal's already burnt my foot.
So, Jeff, that last part is what I want to focus on. He said the throttle pedal has already burnt his foot, and we're only 30 laps into this race. There's 64 laps to go in this race, and he can't lift off the throttle here at Talladega. So if you ever had a situation like that where literally the throttle pedal is burning your foot.
Yes, and if it's going to happen anywhere, it will most likely be here because your foot's on it all the time.
Up, Derek? Good to see you.
Once I go through the gears like he's getting ready to do, and you have to come on and off the throttle, I would actually use my heel. Take my foot, the ball of my foot off of it, and just push with my heel.
Just a reminder, the free pass went to the 20 of Eric Almirola. He's back on the lead lap, and he will be in contention, I'm sure, when the end of this race happens. Stage 2 underway.
Much better start this time by the 2 of Jesse Love. Not sure what happened on the original start, but definitely accelerated the entire outside line more organized.
Commercials here.
Got a little bit of a shove out of the 7 of Allgaier. He's now trying to get a little bit of help from behind him.
And already inside, 20 to go in this stage, 19 to go. We took the green, so I expect pretty intense racing.
7 laps of 25 in stage 2.
Still tight. Still tight.
Spotters working overtime here at Talladega. We see just in front of Austin Hill that 00 of Cole Custer.
Keeping that like button, trying to get the 400 likes, y'all. 400 likes.
In check. Now he goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Gets in front of Chandler Smith.
What's up, Scott? Good to see you.
And we talked about Jesse Love getting off the bottom of the racetrack and losing the lead earlier. Well, maybe his car wouldn't let him do that. His teammate, Austin Hill, complained about the way his car drives.
Jesse Love in the 2. Got a win here earlier this year, right here at this racetrack. At 19 years old, he's the youngest of the playoff drivers in the field. He and Shane Van Gisbergen competing in their first playoffs.
Here comes that 20, or is that 98? That's the 98.
See that 18 car and the 81 car. They're Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, but currently they just are not close enough. The 18 car of Creed just can't close the gap, and that prevents the 81 car from the
Their
launching
vacation man of the
forward.
world in the summer. What's up, Leonardo?
Now they're starting to get
Hey, we'll be back
a
on
little
vacation
more
soon
formed
again.
up.
And you
What's
say
up,
that,
Jeff? Welcome
and
back.
behind them they go 4 wide. "33 degrees of banking here at Talladega Superspeedway. That's why they're able to hold it wide open as they work around this behemoth of a racetrack.
Those guys in the outside lane,
Steve,
they're wanting that outside lane to just be superior. You can see several people have jumped up in it, afraid
23rd.
that they might go single file. I just don't see that happening with these short stages. Only 16 to go in this one.
Parker Kligerman in the 48. We see him dropping back, that orange and white, number 48. Brandon Jones in the fluorescent yellow, number 9, has pushed him forward again, but he's stuck right there in the middle.
Stream the NLDS game tomorrow night.
Let's
no,
listen
I can't do
into
tomorrow night. I got
the 7 spotter, and that would be Eddie DeHaan.
There's SVG. Oh, you should have went to the inside.
And 3 wide behind
Digger's
them.
going to nail
The big
SVG.
mess behind them. Stay right where you are here.
Eleven of 25. 11 of 25.
Jeff, how important do you feel spotters are here at Talladega?
It's vital. You know, they're your eyes for things that you can't see. You can't see what's happening behind you, where the runs are being developed, where you may need to block, and you can see the information that they needed as the outside lane is the lane right now that is the
Say
favorite.
hi to my girlfriend Stacy.
You can
Stacy,
see this
thanks so much for
81
watching.
and 18
Appreciate
cars.
you being here.
They were up at the front a few laps ago.
Where can I
and
watch?
everybody
Do you know
piled up
where
on them,
any
got on the
YouTubers I
outside
can
of them, and they are
watch?
going to the
Tomorrow
back.
night, there's plenty of them. Just
16
a
of
little easy to
Allmendinger.
find. I promise
Take a
you.
look here.
Freight train.
Yeah, so he was
Single
in that
file.
bottom
They're
lane,
the top drivers.
trying to make it 3 wide, go to the middle, and just wasn't room.
And he starts to fall back. Now A.J. Allmendinger running 15th. Up front, Jesse Love continues to lead. He's led 19 laps already here at Talladega.
All right, crank it up. Headset users, beware. Crank it up. No blazing game. No crashes yet, Taj. Look at all those bow ties. I've got baseball after this. Pedal to the metal. Austin Hill. All an Allgaier here. trying to crank it up here, YouTube. We're trying to NASCAR.com. Crank it up. They always ruin our crank it ups. I never seen so many commercials. We're gonna get through the commercials here, because we're on a commercial break. 40 laps complete of 94, 11 to go here in stage 2. Moving right along here. How do you get the scanner audio? You gotta have you have to have a subscription with NASCAR.com. It's only $5, but you can listen to the subscription of the car there. That was so good. It was. Nice crank it up. All right, back to here we go.
Running first and third right now. And great success on the super speedway type tracks. We'll see if Jesse Love learned from stage 1 the mistake of getting off of the double yellow line.
I think there's some real momentum being built on this outside lane right now. AJ Allgaier a few laps ago made a bold move to get to the top and lead this outside lane.
Yeah, I don't do NBA. How long has Love been up front?
He needs to get to the right rear quarter panel of that 7
Did
car.
you see that? Wow.
Doesn't get there that lap.
Dinger got out of it quick. Oh, wreck. The 92.
The pack dives into turn number 1.
Oh.
Jesse Love out in front. Let's bring in from the Peacock Pit Box, 2-time Cup Series winner here and Hall of Fame driver Dale Jarrett. All right, how about these spotters and the work they're putting in today?
Well, it is hard work for those guys up there, but you know, when they get down the backstretch and stuff, they're a long way away, and I think some of these drivers are utilizing that a little too much. Steve brought up a while ago with Jesse Love that maybe he was late reacting. Well, if you're listening to the spotter, as he pointed out, then you are late. You've got to drive these cars yourself and learn. That's what I see now. We have a crash over in 3.
Nick Lights in the 92 goes around and looks as though he collects a couple cars, one of those being the 27 of Jeff Burton.
That was a chain reaction wreck. That wreck started in the first 2 or 3 rows. Jesse Love made a block, got to the outside. That checked everybody up, and then these guys played the price. So see right here, the 16.
Then they would make it 2
moved
stages.
up. The 16 catches him quickly.
Yeah,
contact. There and all the way back is where the wreck happened.
that
It's so different in the interstate. Somebody brake checks. The first 2 or 3 cars might catch it, but by it gets to the 5th, 6th car, you see the 92 just has no idea they're going to come back to him that quickly.
I know, it's tough.
And then he goes up. Pretty big damage on the 48 of Parker Kligerman, a playoff car that needed a good run. We'll have to see just how damaged it is. Let's go on board with Jeff.
Love caused it by blocking.
That quickly.
That accordion effect.
And it's been that kind of year. So here you go.
CeeLo, what's up,
Jesse Love
Kevin?
does
Good to see
nothing
you.
wrong. I want to be clear. He goes up to block this outside lane, but the rate at which they're gaining on him, contact right there. The 00 gets into 16, and now they all start checking up.
Yeah, I don't know why Love slowed up a little bit.
Steve, you said it. It's just like a wreck on the interstate, except 3 times as fast.
Why block it?
A wreck at 180 plus miles an hour here at Talladega, and this time only 3 cars caught up. Nick Lights in the 92 around. Parker Kligerman caught up in there as well as Jeb Burton.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button for us. Trying to get to 400 likes. We're at 374. Thanks so much. Parker Kligerman, part of the accident that just happened. But what's up, everybody? What's going on? Taj says Michael McDowell's got the pole tomorrow. Well, this is his chance to redeem to win. Michael McDowell. His most polls for the year, Michael McDowell. The World According to Nate says, always, Mr. Lowe, thanks for the stream. Hit the like. Thank you, buddy. Moose says, them switching this to the CW has been so messed up on Xfinity, and they've had some contract with soccer, so I can't watch it on TV. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the CW, this whole thing is messed up. You should be able to go to the CW website, watch it for free. That's what you should be able to do. But I had to get YouTube TV to watch it, or we wouldn't be listening to the live. So we'd just be listening to MRN. But 388 likes. Thank you guys. Almost to 400 likes. Kimbro, what's up, man? Let's go, everyone. Hit that like. Appreciate it. Hit that subscribe, y'all. Trying to get to 23,300 before the end of the day. Maybe we can get there. 23,300. Appreciate it, CeeLo. You're welcome, Moose. Ken says, CeeLo, if this keeps up, maybe the fastest Xfinity race ever. Let's check the specs. I think it's going to slow down a little bit here. It's going to get kind of crazy here. Cautions breed cautions. Just like that, 400 likes. You guys are amazing. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Become a member as well, guys. The emojis there. Menace just using Cole Custer's. You have the emojis for every race, y'all, for the most drivers. So make sure you check those out. Thank you for showing the race. I'm not showing the race. This is NASCAR.com. Everybody can go to NASCAR.com and watch these cameras. They are free. All you got to do is have an extra tablet while you're listening to us. You can flip to which camera you want to watch anytime. And if you want to subscribe to NASCAR.com for $5 extra, you can listen to any scanner that you want that goes with those cameras. So, yeah, this is off of NASCAR.com. I can't believe the CW doesn't stream their channel on their app. Exactly, right? You can only wait till the next day to see that. That was another thing that a lot of people were confused about. Hold on, this from NASCAR Drive, buddy. Yeah, this is from NASCAR Drive. Yep. NASCAR Drive. Yeah, the CW is kind of weird in different parts of the country. You might be able to watch it. If you have CW on your local channels in your city, you should be available. If you don't, then you will not. They'll show something else. YouTube TV, some of YouTube TV in the country can see it, some cannot. NASCAR should just stream all races like Major League Baseball ticket or whatever. That's a good idea, Desert Fox. Just make it one price, right? You can watch any race you want. Turn phone sideways and zoom in and small TV coverage. There you go, Scott. Yep. Yeah, this is the way we do it, guys. We don't make the picture any bigger.
Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance.
We used to do this NASCAR race on Race Buddy where it's like a video game.
And by United Rentals, official equipment rental partner of NASCAR.
Did that guy ever go to the Bristol race? He went to Atlanta, and Kenneth Fox is in the chat right now.
Caution comes out for a 3-car spin and really scored a little bit further back than what we would expect. Riley Herbst back in 22nd. Something wrong with that car, Marty?
Well, Rick, they actually decided to flip the stage at this caution, meaning they're going to pit now. They pitted just a moment ago. They were running 14th. They will not pit. They cannot make it to the end of the race because they're going to be a little bit short on fuel unless there's a lot of caution. Riley, in fact, asked his crew chief, Davin Restivo, did you not want stage points there? He said, we were 14th. I don't think, as the way the day has gone, we could have gotten stage points, so I thought, why not flip it here? Maybe, who knows, with enough caution, we could make it to the end of the race without stopping, Dave.
Marty Parker Kligerman also decided to bring his car to pit road. After the incident, he said nose damage. They brought it down, and it was just minor on the right front. They had to take some time to fix it now. So the car was very loose at the start of the race. He was frustrated with the way it handled to try to work his way to the front, and we could see him getting shuffled back there before this accident. Now he's got to work with a damaged race car. But folks, if you haven't watched a race at a super speedway before, sometimes a damaged race car makes it to victory lane. So we'll see what happens.
A few dents and wrinkled fenders.
How can you not root for a NASCAR racer named
Looking
Jeff?
for a cable news network which respects all Americans? Then you have a new home with News Nation. See why News Nation is America's fastest growing cable news network. To find News Nation on your screen, go to joinnn.com. Getting ready for the restart, and stage 2 about complete as we have under 5 laps to go now. It'll be 4 to go. I believe when they come back around for the green flag.
And Jeff, I think this is a great dress rehearsal for the end of the race, right? We're going to see the restart with 4 to go. We see so many short sprints to the finish here in Talladega. Then if you're the 7 of Allgaier, the 21 of Hill, the 2 of Love, Custer, Allmendinger, all of these cars at the front, racing to the finish with 15 to go just has a different feel to it than when you come off a restart, because it takes, what, a lap and a half, 2 laps for everybody to really be at full speed. The runs are different. The accelerations are different. This is a very good dress rehearsal for perhaps
Cody,
later.
Probably. Thanks for your service. Great job. Thank you,
It's a great point, Steve. You can learn a lot. Right here we have the RCR teammates lined up. 21 and the 2 are lined up together. And some new players at the front because some guys pit, some guys didn't. So back there in 10th, 11th, 12th, a few new players.
And Kim, what about the two of Jesse Love? He's led 24 laps already today.
Yeah, we heard earlier his crew chief, Danny Stockman, won his reaction time to the spot to be better. Here was Jesse's final response.
Not HD and not full screen.
Right now, like
I use a mic.
I'm able to react with just takes a second for the car to point
boogity,
and
boogity.
do things. I can't quite move around like as fast as I would probably be able to, like an Atlanta or something.
And he followed up that he doesn't have the front-end compliance that he needs to have quicker reactions. So, Steve, do you feel like this does fall on what the car's doing, or is it some driver awareness?
Boogity, boogity, let's go.
I think it's a little bit of both, Kim. I think the truth is the driver itself, as DJ mentioned, you can't really be waiting for the spotter. The great ones out there are proactive. They feel the run's coming. But the youngster, Jesse Love, as he's trying to learn, you have to give him a car that he has confidence to tug the wheel left and right. What I hear, Jeff, is I turn left, but I do it a little cautiously because the car isn't doing exactly what I want. I'm afraid I'll create a bigger issue.
But he just does not trust it.
It's a sprint to the end of the stage. It'll be just over 10 miles, 4 laps.
Stage 2.
Get ready to get the green flag back out. Allgaier on the inside, Austin Hill on the outside as they race into turn 1.
Boo-Boo is showing the race.
NASCAR will
Yeah,
allow
if you
the
have
drivers
Boo-Boo,
to push each other till the exit of turn 2. Then you can hit each other, but you can no longer lock rear bumpers. They allow you to do it to the exit of 2.
I don't think anybody's surprised to see Anthony Alfredo in the 5
digger
up front here. He always runs well.
There's that 20. Brody, I told you.
20 of Eric Almirola inside the top 10. He's running 8th.
Let's go, baby.
2 in the 21, putting NASCAR in a tough position, trying to decide how long they were connected.
Come on. See Cole Custer back there in that white car in the middle. Right now, I don't think the middle's where you want to be. Nobody going with him. Here comes Brandon Jones to try to help him. Nope, back to the outside.
He doesn't want to get out of line either.
Austin Hill
now
beat
2 wide for 3rd.
Don't look now, but you mentioned the 3 wide. The 3rd car in the
Allgaier
middle, the black car with the 20.
Here.
Eric Almirola, a lap down into stage 1 in position to have a chance to win stage 2.
And that car on the inside got shuffled out completely there. And so now A.J. Allmendinger starts to push.
Oh, yeah, as I'm telling you, it was a sit and duck.
Drafting happening there. Big run by the 98 of Riley Herbst. He has to check up.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God.
Oh, the intensity's picked up here.
Coming up on 2 laps remaining in this stage.
Austin Hill about took everybody out. 3 wide for the lead.
And you wonder, as you see Riley Herbst all the way back to 5th, who was just on pit road, if those newer tires are allowing him to be aggressive with the wheel. We're hearing a lot of drivers talk about not being able to make moves.
Austin Hill, a big move to the inside of Allgaier. He's going to try to get the lead. He does.
I'm just set where it is.
Yeah, Allgaier's going to cross him back over.
I'll work on it. Boogity,
Who has the most help?
Burt
Jesse
Reynolds.
Love trying to jockey for position now in that red number 2. 3 wide for the lead. Coming up on the final lap now, a big shove from the 98 of Riley Herbst. Will that get Jesse Love out in front?
And Allgaier all the way on the bottom by himself.
Who's that in the top there? Sammy, is that Smith?
Chandler Smith in the 81 pushing the 21 as they come up on this will be the final lap of stage 2. Hill drops to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got Jesse Love, his teammate from RCR.
Is this
now
the last
behind
lap?
him.
Yeah. Austin Hill's going to win this.
Upper lane a little bit broken up, organized on the bottom.
Austin
They'll have
Hill.
a run down the backstretch, but will the top come back? Here it comes. The 8 to the top of the racetrack. The 97 of SVG to follow.
Haven't
Man,
seen a lot of
SVG had
Sammy
a
Smith,
good run
but he's
there.
in the 8 now. Challenging for the lead on the high side.
Is there enough energy to help that 8 car, though, coming to the start-finish line?
The Gibbs in 97 falling back now, but has worked his way up into the top 5. Side by side for the lead.
Wow.
A little push from the 2. The 21 of Austin Hill now with momentum. And Austin Hill is going to win stage 2. 3 wide as they cross the stripe behind him.
Did SVG hit boost or something? I don't know, but he was there. Cameraman has one job. I know.
Well,
They're going to get gas.
4-stage win already for
It's gas
Austin
time
Hill
for the helicopter.
Talladega. He's got the most stage wins here. It was the crossover move that got him up front, but then he was crossed back over, and
almost,
a lot of commotion taking place.
If Austin Hill would have hit Allgaier there, it would have wrecked the whole field. That move on the back stop, woo, crazy. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. Hit that like button for us. Hope you guys are enjoying the race. Great recovery by SVG. Doesn't need to pit. 4th place for SVG, Stage 2. We're now in Stage 3. And what do we do in Stage 3? We decide. You get to decide who. Are you picking your guy that you went with at the beginning of the race? Or are you changing your pick? Let me see who you have. Cameraman was demoted. Yeah, he's they're going to get some gas. So it won't be too far. The airport's like right there. So hopefully they'll land pretty quick, get some gas, get up there again. Even worse for Allgaier is that Samwelb and SVG got a lots of points there. Yeah, so Sammy Smith got some points there. So you're going to 7, CeeLo. Awesome. Still Almendinger Lapis says 7 for Georgia fan. You're just going to stick with the 18. Could Sheldon Creed finally do it? Emmett says, let's go, Fast Pasta. Let's go, Fast Pasta. I want to see a SVG win, Taj says. Auburn 3, Georgia 14. Tony says, I can't wait to see the in-car footage for SVG's car. We'll do that tomorrow for sure. Glenn Stark says, ask me with 4 to go. No, you can't do that. You have to pick your winner right here. That's what we usually do. Pick your winner right here. Yep, see? Helicopter guys on the ground. They're getting gas right now. All right, let's get Sheldon Creed. And let's get Austin Hill. And let's listen into Austin Hill, see if he has anything to say. Well, after this commercial. Still AJ. Okay. Lloyd's sticking with Fast Pasta or Custer and then Fast Pasta. Philly's up 1. All right. 1-0. How do I watch it live on the CW network? You have to have the CW or do a regular TV and look for the regular channel for the CW. Sheldon Creed. CeeLo, wait till tomorrow. Hendrick, it is. And today, JRM. Listen to Allgaier's headset. I can't listen to Allgaier's headset. Well, I guess I could. If I do it this way. Let's see. Let's listen to Round of Drivers. Nope, gotta do it this one.
Front of them at will. Copy. 2-4, we'll talk about it. All right, pit road's open this time. Make sure when we pit, we do not pass the pace car until we get to the commitment line. Sure, when you're done, Andy, you call him out immediately, because I think he hesitated right there last time because he wasn't sure. Up all the steams here. Yep, we got a couple seconds here. 7 will be going to stall 26.
Ryan Priest with the Ricky Bobby Wonder Bread scheme. Yeah, I love it.
In
awesome,
cars
thank
around
you.
us should go around second time, but not. I can't guarantee that.
Bumping 4 green. Hitting your sign, stopping short. Following the 81.
As to what they're getting ready to see here in Stage 3. I think there's 2 things that stand out. Jesse Love, Justin Allgaier, thinking about the points that they gave away while they were up front leading the race with just a couple of laps to go in Stage 1 and 2, and how much could that cost them there. But as I see this, the Chevrolets look really fast.
Wow.
The biggest takeaway that I had there, though, tires are going to matter. We saw the handling. It brought cars into play there at the end. We had not seen up front all day, and I look for more of that as we go through into Stage 3 here.
I have to agree with DJ. I don't think I want to pit on a green-white checker, but if I got 7, 8 laps, I just think tires will matter.
All right, once again, the field about to come on to Progressive Pit Road, and we'll start with you, Dave.
Rick Stage winner Austin Hill's car is still a handful, but it was much better out front. Or do you just take 2 to save time and get your driver back out front? We'll see what the 21 crew does, Kim.
Top right, Sammy Smith, he said the balance is good, just a little snug on exit. The call, right side tires only. We'll see if they stick with that. Bottom left, Jesse Love. He was reporting really sketchy off the turns, but he can be aggressive because he was tight at the end of the run, so ask for no changes for fresh Goodyear tires, Marty.
Kim, you saw just
helicopter's about to take off. I gotta get some gas.
Second most points today, and in about a half, 7th to 5th. On that last lap here in stage 2, Riley Herbst, Brandon Jones, fuel only. Also same for Carson Quapple here on pit road. They win the race off pit road.
We see that race off Progressive Pit Road, and apparently
nice sunglasses,
because they didn't worry about tires, but maybe that track position will pay off.
10 spots for the 88, no tires. We'll see what the 88 can do. Great move by Travis Quapple. Helicopter. He's about to, let's sit here and let's watch him take off. This should be fun. So this is the airport right next to the Talladega Superspeedway, where all the drivers park their jets and stuff. And it's right like on the other side of the backstretch. So yeah, he's refueling. He's done refueling. He's about to take off. Yeah, the helicopter every second stage, he goes back out. Reset here. See if that'll do it. Change the channel, then come back. All right. Ole Miss beating South Carolina. But thank you guys for tuning in today. We'll be doing this tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race. Hope you guys stay tuned for us for there as well. We'll be bringing you the live coverage of the race tomorrow. And they're just working on the 48. Still working on it from that wreck earlier. So, David Starr leading no way. This is wrong. Oh, sorry. Bring it back up. What? I predict Allgaier going to be a super aggressive because he's on the cut line for the playoffs. Yeah. David Starr always rocks the Whataburger scheme for Texas. Always. It looks like Riley Herbst is in P1. Look at that guy soaking wet, man. His outfit's soaked. CW needs to clean up the field. Keeps breaking. Yeah, I had to refresh it because it was messing up. There's Austin Hill. None of our cameras are anywhere close to the front of the lead, so we'll just go right here. I bet it is hot out there, Jensen. Almost to 500 likes. Help us get to 500 likes, y'all. And hit that subscribe. We're trying to get to 23,300. 23,300 on the subscribes. Hey, guys, glad I made it for stage 3 and look forward to hanging tomorrow for the Cup. Awesome, CT Whale. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome back. At what position is the car 38? Let's see. Matt Benedetto is in 28th spot. 28th spot for Matt Benedetto.
Leaderboard as we get ready for the restart. Riley Herbst up front. Brandon Jones, Carson Quapple, Chandler Smith, and Taylor Gray all a part of the top 5 as we get ready for the choose. So many of you have been watching the news and seeing the devastation in Western North Carolina as well as Eastern Tennessee. Greg Biffle has been giving some amazing shots from his helicopter where he's been going back and forth with supplies and helping those stranded try to evacuate the area. There's just so much devastation and so much help needed. Entire towns have been completely wiped out. And if you'd like to help, we would love for you to go to redcross.org, or you can text Helene to 90999. So much is needed. And we've seen from the different tracks, Charlotte, we've seen it
Vail, North Carolina,
Wilkesboro. We've seen right here at Talladega, collecting items for those that have been affected. And
so
many people
today.
are thankful
butterfly is
for
not
all that people have given.
It's been incredibly good. It feels great to see so many people step up to try to help those in need. And we all live in the Charlotte area. We're seeing the giving of their time, of the energy. Around the country, people are giving gifts of all different types. But around our area, the coordination between church groups and NGOs and just volunteers has been incredible. And it's just, when our country gets in trouble, we always find a way to step up, and it's great to see that happening again.
Yeah, anyone who I've spoken to who's been there in person just says the pictures don't even do it justice to what it is. And it's such a beautiful area of the country. A lot of us spend time up in the mountains, and it's such a rugged area. Like, there's a lot of towns that, the access is somewhat limited in the best conditions, so I can't even imagine what those towns and those residents are going through in this situation. We just wish them all the best.
Buckety, buckety.
It's going to be a long road to recovery.
And one thing that pulls a lot of us together is sports. And we're getting ready for the restart. It will be the beginning of stage 3, the final stage. Brandon Jones in the 9 on the inside, and that yellow number 9.
That 88 didn't take any tires.
On the outside.
Watching that 88.
Back up through the gears they go. Austin Hill mired back here in 11th. The fight for the lead continues. No help for Brandon Jones on the inside as far as staying up front. He drops back. Riley Herbst has the lead. We'll see if he starts to move down to that lower line to block. Chandler Smith behind him, giving him a shove.
Come on, Amarola.
So many times here, Jeff, with 38 to go, I've seen teams kind of relax and settle in and think they want to just kind of check off the next 20 laps. But if you don't fight for track position now, you may never get a chance. You can fall back to 15th or 20th. Those leaders are not going to give up track position in the closing laps.
Yeah, that's right. And you can see some of these guys towards the back of this front pack. The 7 car of Allgaier jumps out to me. He made it 3 wide on the bottom all by himself, trying to get that track position back.
The front leaders, the top 3, keep trying to take it all the way to the top, to the 3rd lane, and get this thing organized. Try to protect. Jesse Love, not so fast. He said that red nose, number 2, turns to the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, he saw that inside line being led by Brandon Jones. He wanted to be the leader of that inside line. Right now, the outside line is going to go by him, right? But here comes the 9 car. Here comes the help. Will this work out for Jesse Love? 9 cars hooked up to him now. The 8 car could have gone with the 9. His teammate decided not to.
Shuffles Brandon Jones through the middle.
Brandon Jones,
now he will fall toward the back.
Thank you,
we'll take a look at the
Oswaldo.
Toyota driver update. Chandler Smith running 2nd on that high line. Taylor Gray is 3rd. Sheldon Creed 4th. All taking advantage of that momentum up top.
Brandon Jones jumps in line up top, and I am sure he has some words for his teammate like, buddy, you just cost me 20 spots with 36 to go. You could have just pushed me.
Trust no one.
36 to go.
That's right. You know what? That's the best rate. The best restrictor plate drivers trust no one. I work with Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr., and they didn't pretend that they were out there to help their teammates. They were very vocal that they were going to do whatever they needed to do. As Jesse Love, wow, that's an invasive move to the bottom line.
Aggressively coming back to try to block that lower line. And we heard earlier Jesse Love said, I need more time to get the nose pointed on the car. Well, that time he took a hard left to get to the bottom of the racetrack.
But even that move, Rick, was late. Like, that move could have happened 500, 600 feet earlier. Now, it's easy to say from the booth, but I'm just comparing him to, say, Austin Hill or some of these other drivers. Now, he's a very young driver and has a ton of talent. As this becomes more comfortable and more second nature, it's going to be even more impressive.
And we talked about that move of that 8 car of Sammy Smith hanging out his teammate, but look what it did for him. He now is sitting here in second place. So, yes, I mean, you can be mad if you're Brandon Jones, but it worked out for him. If you're Brandon back in that situation again,
all right, I'm going to try something,
your teammate behind you in a situation. You have to be willing to
I'm going to try something.
You cannot let him do that. You cannot trust him, Marty.
Riley Herbst trying to get the lead back, Jeff, and trying to get that middle lane to work. So, Jeff, when I talked to Riley about how he is studying super speedway racing, he said he watches this angle, the overhead angle from either the helicopter or the blimp. He doesn't watch onboard cameras. He said, I learned so much more having this big view of the racetrack. So as a driver, Jeff, what are you learning when you're watching this big view and not on board with another car?
What you've got to do is, if you're leading the race right now, you can see the bottom lane making a move underneath Jesse Love, but
1 second.
You have to understand how runs happen. Where are they going to come from? How does it build energy? How does it get forward momentum?
I can't make it any bigger.
And if you know that, you can create it, but you also can defend against it. And this is the view, this top view, that you can see that happen.
The top two have separated themselves from the pack, and here comes the pack now. Riley Herbst goes to the back bumper of the 2. The 20 of Eric Almirola has not been able to get to that back bumper of the 8 of Sammy Smith yet.
Big aggressive push right here from the 98 to the 2.
No, I'm not showing the broadcast. This is NASCAR Drive.
And it's pushing the 2 out for the lead.
Oh, a car pops out of line. I was trying to see. It's a white car, blue roof, 21 of Austin Hill, I believe. Yeah, there you go. Austin Hill. He is driving with that urgency, knowing he needs to be in the front 3 or 4 to win this race.
And interestingly enough, Sheldon Creed is behind him in the 18. I say that because they used to be teammates.
We're going to get 600 likes.
They did not see eye to eye on the racetrack many times over, and now Sheldon Creed is behind Austin Hill.
And SVG in that first car in the middle pack, he's like, all right, I'm doing good. I got a good opportunity here. I'm in the leading this line, and a lot of the guys he thought were going to be in front of him in the middle jumped to the top.
Because it's not.
And this is why drivers get frustrated, because now we're 3 wide. This is rush hour traffic. I mean, where are you going to go when every lane is taken? Sheldon Creed, would be an exhausting look all day long, just right in the rear bumper of the car in front of you.
And look what he can't see.
Anything else?
He has no idea what's going on directly in front of him. He can see the car that he's pushing, but he can't see what's going on in front of him. And that's where the spotter is so valuable. He needs to be telling the driver what is happening in the parts of the racetrack that he can't see.
And just like that, the 8 gets hung out,
Smith
and the
in that
9's
middle
back
line.
side by
It's
side
getting
with his
crazy,
teammate.
y'all.
And SVG tucks in behind the 8. Up front, Jesse Love looking to go sweep here at Talladega.
All right, let's crank it up.
Need wings in the car again?
Crank it up. Let's go. Sammy Smith. Always ruin our crank it up. I've never seen so many commercials in one race like we've had this today. It's never been like that before. Oh, it's getting crazy. That outside line foreman, it's going to go 3 wide here pretty soon for the lead. Most streams on YouTube have been screen blocked on them. Yeah, we don't do that. Shane's getting help from his teammate Josh Williams. Ooh, it's getting crazy. We're going to stay right here. Hit that like button. Keep under almost to 500 likes. Thank you guys so much. We got an ad on right now, so we can't. Here we go. We can hear the audio again. I'm doing lots better. Healing or ankle physical therapy, MRI. Prayers for you, Regine. 500 likes. Thank you guys. Boom. Let's go to 600. All right, next time around, guys, we're going to do the thumbs up. Make sure you get your thumbs up emoji, as it's getting dicey here in the third stage with 29 to go. There's that Amarola. Let's go, baby. All right, get your thumbs up ready. Get those likes going. Get your thumbs up when it comes back around. When you hear those cars come around, get your thumbs up going. We're going to do it like we're at the race. Find your favorite driver and give them a thumbs up on the way around. So get your thumbs up ready. Thumbs up ready. Here we go. Get it ready. There you go. Let them fly. It's going to be a good one here. Look at SVG. P4. SVG's learning, y'all. Vandy up 23-7 over Alabama. Fuck. Ooh, boy. Lightning. Someone push SVG to the front, man.
Right here on the CW. Take a look at the Xfinity fastest lap, and right now it's Ryan Sieg. He did it on lap 33. Turned a lap averaging over 191 miles an hour. We mentioned it 3 times the speed that you'd be going on the interstate. And it looks like interstate traffic right here. 3 wide all the way from the front to the back.
Just a few laps ago, we questioned how this middle lane was going to work, in particular around SVG and that 97 car. Well, he's done a great job of pushing and shoving, and that middle lane's been pretty impressive.
This is where the chaos gets the highest, when it's a swarm. 25 cars in the lead pack, 3 wide. There's space at times and no space at times. And if a car gets out of shape with no room to save it, that's where the big wreck can happen.
And the other thing that's happened is the aggressiveness of the side drafts. It's going through the roof. When the car is underneath you or beside
need tires.
you,
Remember, the 88
right
has no tires.
Door to door, put your quarter panel on their fender, whatever it takes, you can slow them down. Slow that line down in an effort to speed yours up, and that has picked up also.
Sammy Smith in the 8 in the middle lane.
They crashed
leading that middle lane. And then it's
waiting on the big one.
Chandler Smith. No relation between those two drivers. Chandler Smith in the 81 on the outside.
Caution is coming soon, I bet.
Riley Herbst on that inside line.
This is where, as a driver, you start to get frustrated because if you're in this third row, fourth row, and it's 3 wide, what are you going to do?
Josh Williams, pedal to the metal.
Where are you going to go?
Stay safe,
so what you try to do is you try to push your lane,
push
try to propel it past the other ones because there's nowhere to go left or right.
A name not mentioned today, Carson Qualpel, about the 4th car in the middle there. That light blue and white 88 announced this week, full-time next year at Junior Motorsports, doing a great job behind the wheel and getting some very valuable experience.
Saw Jesse Love duck behind the 81. Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith's been getting big runs and getting way out in front. As you saw the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger pushing the 2, but then leaves him out.
That was a great move. Look
going
left,
for the win, Josh
and as
Williams,
soon as the 2 defended it, he went high.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was very aggressive. Really good move. You see what all that energy has done. It's taken some of that from the middle lane. Let's see if it can get built back up.
Playoff driver is part of
He's been willing to push the issue. No surprise, that's who he is. Had a lot of success in this sport by being that.
Didn't Jesse Love P1 to start the
Xfinity Talladega
race?
as well.
On to P3.
It's Chandler Smith once again in the 81 that's deciding which line he wants to run in. Watching his mirror, listening to his spotter, and moving accordingly. That high line, 2, 3, 4 car advantage right now over the low line and middle. And moving out of line is a 16 of A.J. Allmendinger. So now
no crash. We just had
he's
one
tired
crash.
of pushing. He wants to be pushed.
The big one's coming, I promise you. Come on, Fast Pasta. Take it to the outside.
Jesse Love to his back bumper. Allmendinger fighting for the lead here at Talladega. Chandler Smith, A.J. Allmendinger running 1-2, and look out, here comes the 21 of Austin Hill.
All right, let's crank it up with Sheldon Creed. Headset users, beware. Oh, come on. Let's crank it up with Austin Hill. Headset users, beware. Well, they're all going to hit with the commercials. Okay, here we go. What's up, Chris? Currently on his way to Alabama for the Cup race. They ain't crank it up. They apparently do. I know, right, TJ? I've never seen so many commercials this week than we have all year. You're welcome, Tom. They have more commercials than the Super Bowl. I can't believe just SVG's back in 10th, but he was up in 4th. I didn't join until the 3rd stage. Has there been any no. NASCAR needs money, apparently. New broadcast station taking advantage of resources. Yeah, I knew CW would probably get greedy with the commercials. Yep. And we have NBC. Thank you for showing. You're welcome, Jackson. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button for us. We're trying to get to 23,300 on the subscribes. Can you get us there? 23,300, almost. Look at that. 12 to go for 600 likes. Help us get to 600 likes. As we're getting down to the nitty-gritty with 20 laps to go here. Big one? We must be a little behind here, Bronny. Let's watch what happens here. SVG wrecked. Oh, no. Caution. We're about to see it right here. I'm going to keep it right here live. That's how far behind we are here. The big one. We're going to watch this right here because this is going to show the big one. I was a little behind. We're going to watch it. Watch SVG. Watch SVG right here.
The 11 of Josh Williams looks like
it's
he
right
has been
here.
Caught up also.
Oh, SVG.
Yeah, you can feel
it gets low, and what happened? Oh, the 26 clipped him.
The intensity picking up. Only 19 laps to go.
The
Josh
26 clipped him.
Rolling.
Oh, man.
Big damage for Austin Hill.
Austin Hill. I told you Austin Hill would find it. Tracy, thank you, Timmy. Thank you, Keegan B.
Well, this is big damage because you're looking at this damage on the left side, but it's a lot of damage on the right side as well. All right, well,
I told you Austin
here we
Hill
are.
would
When
find
it
a
starts
caution.
really early, it happens later. So let's watch it develop Watch the 97 car in the middle. Contact right there. And again,
what was the 26 doing?
He's on the bottom of the racetrack. 26 trying to slow down. 32 gets in the back of him.
That sucks for SVG. He was doing so well.
Very similar to the wreck we saw before it. Just, you're behind all of it. So watch what happens with the 97. Keep your eyes just on him. The 26 behind him of Dean Thompson. So he moves up the racetrack. Dean tries to get underneath him. Contact. Puts SVG on the bottom. I think Dean Thompson's afraid that SVG is going to come back in front of him. He's starting to check up a little bit, and the guy behind him wasn't.
That's what I think is the big cause of this. Is to see, some big hits. Jeff, your point about the 26, because the 97 has enough grip. He can run the tri-oval on the apron without a problem and blend on the other side of the tri-oval. But it's the 26, the blue-nosed car right there. You see his nose. He's like either off the gas or on the brakes.
Thank you guys for getting us
finally
to 23,300.
gets spit out of line by the car behind him, because I think the cars behind him are thinking, we're just going to leave the 97 stuck down there. Dean Thompson, not a lot of experience.
The video's going to be a little farther ahead. I had to try to sync it up, but then it would just kept on losing time.
And the 32 just continues to push and push until finally the 26 goes around.
And that's the worst part of the racetrack. Like that part of the racetrack, there's not much banking, and when you're being pushed through that tri-oval, it is very easy to get spun around, especially on the bottom of the racetrack. There's very little grip down there.
Some big hits right there.
I've seen that picture way too many times in my life.
And that sucks for SVG,
and that's what we talk about. That's what every driver's afraid of here. Watch the 21 on the outside. He's nowhere near this wreck, having nothing to do with it.
Saved it,
minding his own business. Boom, there he is, gets caught up in it.
Yeah, Taylor Gray gets shot up the racetrack into that 21.
And fortunately
and
for
the one that caused the 26 to go to push him down, he got in a wreck anyway.
Going all the way into the wall at that angle.
So the big one happens here at Talladega, right in the tri-oval, middle of the pack. That's when we start.
So the big one happens. The big one. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Seashaw. Thank you so much, guys, for the subs. Chris says NASCAR needs to make a rule that if the car comes out of line and goes below the yellow line, that should just ride the apron and not let them rejoin.
Every weekday throughout the season, and we'll bring you the latest news
Surprised Jeff Burton's still able to run.
I really had in my mind, okay, we can really
what
win
up,
this.
Tom? How's the race, man? Where are you watching it from? Fast Pasta's pit? Where you at, Tom? Are you back at the RV in the turn? Rick says that ain't the big one. Only like 8 or 9 cars. The big one is yet to come. So we have another caution. 4 cautions now. What did I say? 6? 4 cautions. Dude was shoved down there. Why him? Why a penalty? He'll crash. I knew, Jeff. I told you that. Out of the 2 RCR cars, Hill was going to be the one to find a wreck. He always does. Watching from the UK, go 88. Awesome, fella. Thanks for being here. Let's see if our commercials are over. Here you go. Hero Cam's up. Sheldon Creed is up. And Austin Hill. Oh yeah, his camera is broken. Look at that. You're right. Barely see through it. CW Charlie really blew it for Xfinity races not on in the Detroit area. I've heard that multiple times. Is it Detroit or Detroit? It's Detroit. Spain says it's Detroit. I say it's Detroit. Got money on the 98. Let's go, Tom says. All right, we'll see what happens. It's not over.
Parker
For
Retzloff got some of that crash. Jordan Anderson got a big chunk of it. Austin Hill. And also the driver Josh Williams got a big mix of that as well. 8 drivers who have significant damage, some form or fashion on their race cars.
We need a flip.
There may be a driver or 2 more that has a nick on the side of their car. We'll find out. To go, and pit road will be open this time by.
We'll see if anybody elects to come to pit road under this caution. Lap number 7 with 16 laps to go. It looks like Jesse Love may be the first one to bring his, actually that's Parker Kligerman. We do see Brandon Jones indeed is also on pit road. Jason Toy, pit road is open. Your opportunity, if you want it, is right now.
Ethan Thompson's going to come
Will
in.
there be multiple overtime restarts? You never know, Matthew. It's Talladega.
Also, Joe Martin is also down here on the pit lane. So some of these guys taking their final set of Goodyear Racing Eagles.
Let's call it D for short.
Got some in front of you.
Yeah, Jesse Love is down here, and they were just trapped toward the back of the field. Danny Stockman wanted to make one minor adjustment on the car. Put 4 tires. So
These are annoying today.
Toward the back of the field.
They're not be like this tomorrow.
He's down and away. They wanted to just make one minor adjustment as well. So Parker Kligerman comes
That's
down
how he
pit road
sees
as
the
well.
finish
Parker
line at these tracks.
has a damaged race car.
41
and they took a
stays.
chance to
Thanks so
work on that
much.
a little bit more and put 4 Goodyear Racing Eagles on that car.
16 laps to go here at Talladega. Allmendinger being scored the race leader.
We are getting ready to crown a champion.
Championship weekend is coming back to the desert.
All right. CeeLo, did you get the pictures? Yes, Tom. They are awesome. Thank you so much, man. You did a good job with those pictures. Awesome. Yeah, I just responded to you, Tom. CeeLo, I hope this race doesn't have 5 OTs. We'll see. We're going to let these commercials play out as Austin Hill going to try to do his thing here.
He's starting to spin, but just prior to that, he has his left side tires on one side of that seam and the right side tires on the other. On the left side of that seam, there is less banking in the travel. The right side has more. As he's getting pushed, that's the worst possible situation for him. Look at his left side tires. So I was okay right here. Everything's going to work out, but right there he starts to get pushed, and he is splitting that seam. Left side's less banking than the right side's. That is the worst the car will drive all day. Taking a push there is never a good thing.
And then that shoots the 97 up the racetrack. Steve, as you mentioned, a couple cars up there, luckily. Otherwise, SVG would have taken a head-on collision with that outside wall.
NASCAR.com.
Kim, how about the 26?
See the broadcast.
Yeah, and Dean Thompson adding on the radio that he had to check up and then he was spun, kind of explaining that accident.
We've talked about the fact that there are 15 drivers that are in this field that are not full-time
so gutted for
racers
SVG. I know
in the
he's
Xfinity
doing so
Series.
well.
And Dean Thompson, this is
32,
just his
got
second
26,
start of the year.
97 still got screwed after saving.
Yeah, look,
watching live, Miss Carol.
How many wrecks have we seen at Daytona and Talladega? Those kind of wrecks happen with some of the best in the business. You know, it's just a challenging situation racing here.
Jordan Anderson.
All right, DJ, this one happened right, well, you're facing the other direction,
Tom.
but it happened in front of you. Let's get your perspective as we have just 15 laps remaining.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things, guys, and you've alluded to a lot of it, but you're getting down to the end. Everybody's trying to move forward, get themselves in position to make the move that they want to, that can give them a better chance at getting a top 5 or maybe even a win out of this. And then you're also racing with drivers that you're not accustomed to racing with. And I think that makes things more difficult. And then we see things like this happen. So you hate to see that, but it's something that we certainly had to expect. And I think you'll probably agree with me. Not the last caution that we're going to see.
A noble prediction.
You're welcome,
there.
Gary.
Yes, I like to go out on a limb, you know.
Well, DJ, the most tense time for a driver, for me, was always here and at Daytona, these late race restarts, because you know how aggressive it's going to become, and you're going to have to do things you don't necessarily want to if you want to win.
Yeah, you are going to do that. And, you know, the rule that we talk about here that they can only lock bumpers for so long, but you're able to go up and run into the back of somebody and push them forward. Those pushes are going to get harder, and that only gets that car in front that's receiving that bump out of control a little bit more. So I think that's going to create some of the issues that we're going to see here too, because they realize the laps are winding down. We've got to get ourselves going forward more, and everything that we need to do is ramped up.
Getting ready for the choose. It will be 13 laps remaining when we see the green flag as they're choosing the inside or outside line right now. We saw for the day, and as he runs the points now, he is 20 points below the cut line with the Roval next week. Really kind of a must-win situation for him.
Well, and the 21 of Austin Hill is still in the lead lap. We saw him leaving pit road pretty damaged. If he can meet minimum speed, he'll be off the DVP. If we continue to get those wrecks that DJ talked about, I think we will get.
Here we go.
And the 21 can gain some points. And for
next week, the
Roval,
Roval,
I don't know if 20 points is a must-win for a guy that could go win both stages. He can make 20 points up in just the stages. So I think drivers instantly throw this must-win around way too soon. I think until you get 30 or 35 points out now, at the end of this could change completely in the next 15 laps.
Marty.
Rick, we've talked about how the gas pedal is literally burning the right foot of Chandler Smith, who sits in fifth, and that situation has not gotten any better. Listen to the radio.
I'll off steering out of my left earbud, so all I can hear is my right one. I have a good idea of what y'all say when I'm racing, but it ain't extremely clear. But I'm watching around too, so.
So what he actually said before that was, my left foot and my right foot has gone completely numb inside the car. He's going to have to be able to tough it out here for the final 14 laps.
14. It'll be 13 when they come back around for the restart.
You're welcome.
But an uncomfortable situation, obviously, for Chandler Smith behind the wheel of the 81.
Austin Hill
He's going to be restarting
lap.
inside the top 5.
Well, with 13 to go, we take the green. It's going to be very interesting to see how these teams work. I will tell you, on the last 2 restarts, that locking bumper rule we talk about, I think, has been in question. These guys continue to do it longer and longer and longer.
Push and push and push. It's 13 to go. Green flag back in the air.
A little behind.
A.J. Allmendinger on the inside. And that inside line surging ahead.
Something happened. I don't know what happened, but there's a car that's
damage. A little bit of smoke coming from that left front.
That inside line really dropped off dramatically after A.J. Allmendinger moved up the racetrack. And a big block attempted there. But Sammy Smith was able to clear the 81 of Chandler Smith.
I saw a
very
black
close
car
call
go
for
out.
him. And now Riley Herbst to the outside of A.J. Allmendinger. Issues for the 20 of Almirola.
He thinks he's blowing up, guys. Well, it looks to me it's a left front tire. We saw the tire rub.
Oh, left front tire for
Now the
Almirola.
left front's flat on the ground and dragging.
Oh, well, there goes my pick.
Question is, will we make it back to pit road?
He went to the apron, and the sparks are flying from underneath.
That sucks.
Almirola won a week ago.
Well, and will the tire and the debris, the tire's not turning. You see the fender finally failed and blew in. It's on the flat tire, everything dragging. So back to racing up top, side by side, between the 16 and the 98.
Herbst on that outside, Allmendinger on the inside. Those two almost trading paint there as they came out of turn 4.
Yeah, that tire looks dead. Riley Herbst.
20 looks like he's going to make it back to pit road.
Caution.
So not going to bring out a caution as long as no debris comes off the car. Herbst out in front. And the caution now comes out.
Lane off the
debris.
Backstretch, lane off the bottom.
Lane off the bottom on the backstretch, which is where they're headed right now. We're seeing cars go down that direction, but this means another restart.
I still got Alfredo. That's right. Fast pasta. He's in P7. Anything can happen.
Right
now, I got Fast Pasta. I had Amarola.
With tire smoke, as soon as they dropped the green flag on that restart, and here's all the debris coming off the race car.
Yeah, he was
We'll take
all
a
the way
jet dryer
around.
out there, blow all that debris back into the infield. There it is.
I timed the
It'll be
audio to
under
the actual
10
video.
laps to go.
Almost 1 to 10
Maybe some
seconds.
cars are going to remove that debris from the track. When we see the race.
Slow. Let's see here.
Call 844 NASCAR 9.
And MRN's behind as well. 2,500 people watching. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much. My name is CeeLo. On the Go with CeeLo is our YouTube channel. We do NASCAR here on the weekends. We bring you all the races, including NASCAR qualifying and practice on Saturday afternoons. And we'll bring you tomorrow live coverage of the Yellowwood 500 from Talladega. So make sure you're right here tomorrow for the same way. Audio, cameras, emojis, chat. That's amazing. Lots of NASCAR fans watching the race together. Hope you guys tune in tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow as well. Alfredo might win this. It'd be something if he does. It'll be party time for Tom. I know that for sure. Allgaier P4. Hopefully he's currently above the line. I haven't really showed they haven't showed one of those yet. It's going to get crazy. Need to buff up the weird. Funny how the digital rabbit ears are ahead of the online broadcast. Yeah, this is on the YouTube app on my computer, so I don't know if it's a little slower than the normal if it was on, but this is the app I'm watching on. Sam Mayer was your pick. Awesome. There you go, Marcus. Sam Mayer. Holly's boy. Tony says, what do the last numbers mean under last lap? Last lap. That's the last lap that they did. Best time. Chandler gonna take it. Just watch. Race is the 16. Will, thanks for becoming a rookie member. Will, thank you so much for being a member. 99 cents, y'all. Can't beat that. Will, thanks for subscribing. Doug and Daniel, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. This is how fast they went last time around. Thank you. I'm watching the live onboards, which is the fastest stream. You're only behind by like 15 seconds, no later than the broadcast. All right, thank you. I'm going to try the MRN website, and let's see if that is a little faster.
Race car, Shane Van Gisbergen, 22 below the cut line out of the event, and he will be scored. Alex Hayden 35th after a really solid run today.
Yeah, he will be, and it's just a difficult deal, but he got some valuable experience and valuable laps here in the draft at Talladega. He'll be a full-time NASCAR
The last
Cup
lap
Series
is how
driver
fast they went around the track.
next year, so
That's what that is.
Something that Shane and that entire organization is looking forward to next year at Trackhouse. But Shane Van Gisbergen, very likable driver. He's obviously talented and a very quick study.
A three-time winner, all of those.
This now is a must-win next week at the Roval, but how do you look at it?
I don't know what the points are. We'll see how far in the hole we are, but yeah, just got to prepare well, turn up with a fast car next week and get as many points as we can and hopefully get through okay.
I want to ask you to do the math here, but you're down 22 to the cut line. I know you've studied this a lot and said just how chaotic it is. What's it going to be like next week for you?
Well, tracks like this are different to tracks next week, so hopefully we can have a smooth day, get some stage points, and be there at the end. But
so Allmendinger,
I really wanted to do
Smith,
well today, so
SVG, and Klingerman, the last four out.
Shane walked out under his own power. We'll see him next week at his specialty at a street course or an oval, or Rick, you call it both. It's a roval.
It is the Roval, an SVG from...
Able to make some moves, and yeah, I felt confident moving around and trying stuff, so yeah, I guess...
Tired of the BS.
Bummer way to end it for sure for SVG. They're just
going to go like a wild man. Were you? No, I was not,
We
Chevy.
apologize for the language there, but Shane Van Gisbergen, again, giving you the personality and letting you know why he's such a likable race car driver. Again, full-time next year in the NASCAR Cup Series. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network.
All right, hope you guys are doing well. Hit that like button for us. We're almost there. Can I share your channel on X? Yeah, Georgia fan. Go ahead. Hit that subscribe. Our next goal is 23,400. 23,400. Coming up.
Moody, Mike Bagley, and Dan Hubbard out in the turns for us this afternoon. And up and down the pit lane are Steve Post, Jason Toy, and Dylan Welch.
We'll have 7 laps of racing remain unless we take it to overtime, and we may. 8
This
of
is the
the
first
top
time I've
10
seen Leland
drivers
Honeyman
for the
race. He's a
restart
good driver.
are playoff
Leland
drivers.
says.
Riley Herbst, Sammy Smith.
SPG going to be a
Allmendinger,
Tasmanian
Justin
devil
Allgaier,
at that
and
Roval next
Chandler
week.
Smith, top 5, all playoff drivers.
Almost to
Carson
700
Kvapil
likes.
And Anthony Alfredo goes 6-7. They're
Go
not
fast,
playoff
Costa.
drivers, and they line up in front of Sam Mayer, Jesse Love, and Sheldon Creed, who also are playoff drivers. Todd Gordon, time to settle it here.
Yeah, it is, and this lineup and the order you just gave them, that will all be shook up by the time we get to the checkered flag here. Really looking at where we've had cars with speed. A.J. Allmendinger's had a couple of recoveries to drive back through the field. Riley Herbst's been up there the whole time. Chandler Smith, the lone Toyota right up there in the front 5, but he's been really strong up there. Going to be interesting to see where else plays out.
Steve Post, according to my numbers, the majority of the lead lap and draft cars will last on the pit lane around lap number 53. Just as a follow-up, how are they on Sunoco fuel?
They're good on Sunoco fuel. That's 41 laps. The window we heard was 46-ish, so they were good at that point, and these cautions are helping as well. So fuel is not an issue.
Getting ready to go back under the green flag, the 25-year-old driver from Las Vegas, Nevada, Riley Herbst, ready to lead him to green. He was runner-up here the last time the Xfinity Series raced at Talladega. Wants to go one better right now. Green flag goes back in the air. Time to settle it with 7 to go. Riley on the inside, Sammy Smith outside. Row 2, A.J. Allmendinger and Justin Allgaier.
They'll race side by side into turn number 1. Nobody able to get the advantage. Riley Herbst by a bumper, by a fender, now by a door. Plenty of drafting help. A.J. Allmendinger giving him a shove. Chandler Smith in turn shoving Allmendinger. They get away for the top 3.
Riley Herbst will swing wide. He'll go upstairs. Chandler Smith jumps up there as well. A.J. Allmendinger stays down low. Side by side for the lead. Dinger down low. He's got no drafting help behind him in 3.
Let's see what kind of speed A.J. Allmendinger can generate on that bottom groove with absolutely no help. Riley Herbst takes over the top spot from that high center groove, and now right behind him is Chandler Smith, as well as Sammy Smith and Justin Allgaier.
A.J. Allmendinger doing all he can using the side draft. He's fallen back to a side-by-side battle for the number 5 spot. Hang on, A.J. Help is on the way. Sam Mayer is on the charge. He'll go to the bottom, as does Dylan Lupton.
No love for the dinger right now, but they are coming, as Alex said, dropping down out of line. Here comes Sammy Smith. He dives to the bottom with drafting help from his Junior Motorsports teammates. He'll go to the lead.
Now Riley Herbst and Chandler Smith have been left high and dry. That leaves the inside lane open for Sammy Smith. Smith goes to the top of the leaderboard halfway down the back straightaway. Now Riley Herbst and Chandler Smith go topside, trying to corral as much drafting help as possible.
Chandler Smith not yet to the bumper of Riley Herbst. That gives Sammy Smith a good look down to the bottom as Justin Allgaier is right on his bumper. Brandon Jones right behind him, and to his right is Riley Herbst fighting hard for the 3rd position.
5 laps to go here at the Talladega Superspeedway. If you've got anything left at all, it's time to use it up. Sammy Smith across the line. Justin Allgaier right behind, and so is Brandon Jones.
Give a tug on those shoulder straps. Tighten up the helmet. Here they come into turn number 1. 3 wide, back around 12th place. Front of the pack, it's the Junior Motorsports tandem. Sammy Smith, Justin Allgaier, Brandon Jones in 3rd.
Now Sammy Smith and Justin Allgaier go topside. Allgaier's going to break ranks with his teammate. Allgaier to the bottom of the back straightaway. Justin Allgaier to the lead at Talladega.
Nice, nifty move by Justin Allgaier as he comes into turn 3. Brandon Jones now right behind him. Riley Herbst in that 3rd spot, make that the 2nd spot as he battles with Brandon Jones. But it's Justin Allgaier, your new leader at Talladega.
4 of the top 6 Junior Motorsports Chevrolets at the front of the field. One of those is Justin Allgaier. He's got a trunk full, however, of the Ford Mustang of Riley Herbst. Downstairs, Brandon Jones and Sammy Smith are there.
A solid run for Junior Motorsports, but don't count those chickens quite yet. We've got a long way to go still here at Talladega. Justin Allgaier all by himself with the lead. Riley Herbst up to the outside lane in second.
Now Brandon Jones leads the lane down low. Sammy Smith leads the lane in the middle. Justin Allgaier has no teammates around him. Here comes Riley Herbst. He'll rumble out of the pocket to the inside, trying to take the lead away. And they're side by side for the top spot. Although Allgaier gets a little bit of help from Chandler Smith, it's momentary as Chandler Smith gets Allgaier a bit loose. Now he gets out of the way, goes to that middle groove. Chandler Smith trying to wrestle the lead away from Riley Herbst.
190-mile-an-hour bump and run at Talladega, executed by Chandler Smith. Allgaier chased the car up the hill, keeps his right foot planted. Allgaier now on the outside of 3 wide for the trouble. Allgaier gets turned. He's in the outside wall. Brandon Jones slams the wall. You've got Carson Quapple involved in the crash. The smoke fills turn 1 as they crash into turn 2.
Oh, no.
Got a piece of it. Also trapped up in it is Carson.
Oh, my gosh.
It is now a multi-car crash. Brandon Jones with a vicious lick into the outside wall. Austin Hill is in it yet again. A number of other cars. This is about a 12, maybe 13-car pileup. A.J. Allmendinger limping on the apron. Serious damage. Cole Custer is torn up now. The list continues to grow, and they are mostly playoff contenders.
And that will change everything, and we will head to overtime. Caution flag number 6, a multi-car
Fast Pasta
pileup
made it,
right
too.
at the front of the field, headed into turn number 1. Brandon Jones with a vicious hit up in turn number 1. A number of drivers involved. Parker
Someone
Kligerman,
said big
Cole
one at the
Custer,
end.
Carson Quapple, Brandon Jones. The list will grow and grow as we wad them up going into 1. We're going to put the red flag out. We believe the cars are coming to a stop down towards the entrance of pit road. It all broke out past the tri-oval, headed to 1.
Yeah, they're going to put the red
in this
flag
race,
out 'cause
Brandon
we're gonna be down
Jones.
to just 2 laps to go. So
It
instead
looked
of
like
going
Carson
into
Quapple got shoved and out of shape and up the racetrack, and that
I blame
started
Chandler.
this.
We'll see
We'll have
here.
to take a look at the replays, but Cole Custer with a lot of damage.
Yeah, it happened so quickly, and once again in the tri-oval. Talked about the tri-oval being difficult.
All right, let's see here.
9 into the
Who
back
gets out
of
of
the
this
88.
wreck?
Everything sorts itself out there.
The 88 gets loose. The 9 pushes the 88 into the 7.
Couldn't really tell if it was just a push gone wrong or the 88 just got loose, but the 88 of Carson Quapple gets turned left, and then just a mess. Welcome to Speedway racing.
It looked like A.J. Allmendinger got into the back of the 48, too.
Yeah, let's watch this again. Watch the 9 and the 88.
Fast Pasta,
The 88's gonna
perfect
go
spot,
left.
and he gets wrecked.
Right there, and I think that was a push, Steve. I think
Yeah.
he got a push from the 9.
Fast Pasta got through.
And when he did, it just
No, he
kind of
didn't.
shot him to the
Dang,
left
I
into the
thought he
door,
did.
and then all of this happened. Now red flag is out.
So the
Allgaier
98,
could
the
not have
Mayor,
a bad race here. And then he gets collected.
Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith,
Yeah, watch that 88.
Sheldon
Contact
Creed.
a little bit right there, and then down to the side of the car underneath him, and then up he went. It's the wreck we see over and over at Daytona and Talladega. Just somebody trying to push, and everything's not lined up exactly right.
There goes your dark horse, Herbst. They had a big wreck, Pokey. The big one.
We were riding
he's
along
out,
with the
though.
18 of
He
Sheldon Creed
wrecked
there.
hard.
Now let's look further back in the pack how some of these guys got in this wreck.
He almost
They're all
got
dive,
out
a lot
of
of
it,
them
too.
dive to the bottom,
Went
and they think
low,
they're okay. Look at
and then
Parker
they
Kligerman.
clipped
He's
him.
like, I'm good.
Until he got collected. Back the back of that car, it shot
I
straight
think
up
Sam
the
Mayer's all
racetrack.
right.
Yeah, we talk about it all day. The tri-oval cars just don't drive good through there. But this is on the straight.
Wow.
Big hit by Brandon Jones. Gosh.
We were waiting on it. How do I actually watch this? Is there any apps or whatever I can pay to watch? Eventually, you have to have the CW.
Anthony Alfredo, he's
YouTube
done a good
TV,
job all day.
Or just a regular TV with rabbit ears.
Listen in to Carson Waffles Radio.
It's pretty. What happened there? I mean, looks like somebody drove through you.
I mean, I think that's a little aggressive. The same push that wrecks you is the push you need to
Somebody
win.
drove
and
through
that's
you?
really where I struggle with this. Now, I've never made
Fubo as
laps
well, but you
around
have to be in a
Talladega,
certain
but I've
area.
watched thousands of laps.
Almost to
I've worked
700
with two
likes.
of the
Help us
best,
get to 700.
and I just
Thank you,
think
guys.
that, it's just a numbers game.
Oh, yeah,
You can
YouTube
get
TV's got free
100
trials,
pushes,
too.
and 98 can be perfect, and 2 can be bad. And do you have enough time, energy, and space to save those 2 pushes? And
I don't even
with
see him.
2 to go,
He's in 13.
why does that not happen at lap 20? Because
There you go. I see
that
Jesse
push,
Love
they
right
breathe
there.
the gas a little bit, and the push is easier. But with 2 to go, if you don't push, then you're asking the guy after the race, why didn't you push me? Right. We could have gone forward. So the frustration is because drivers like to be in control of their own car. And here, you have to have so much help. I've been crew chief of the receiving team in the wrecks, the ones that get caught up in it, the ones that get through it. It's just a frustrating style of racing.
So the red flag has been displayed. It will be overtime here at Talladega after the track is cleaned up. The crew is doing that right now, but
All right. See if MRN's talking.
Chandler Dunn, how's the car performed?
Yeah, I mean, the Wheelers Toyota's been really good today. Chandler's done a great job. I mean, our goal coming into these races is to try to stay ahead of the chaos, and we've done a good job of doing that so far today. Hopefully we can finish it off.
All right, so, thus far you've stayed ahead of the chaos. Is there something right now you've seen in the way the car is handled, the way he's driving, that maybe you can punch your ticket into the next round?
I mean, we've got pretty high hopes right now. It's looked really good. Our speeds looked really good today, and he's made really good decisions. So, yeah, I think we have a really great shot at this.
Good shot, that's for sure. That's Jeff Mendering, crew chief for Chandler Smith. I believe unofficially right now will restart in the second spot.
One of only 2 Toyotas inside the top 10, the other being Sheldon Creed in the 9th spot. And again, the field has been stopped on the short straightaway shy of the entrance to pit road. Not exactly sure who's going to come to pit lane, not sure who's going to come in and check the tires, who's going to stay on the racetrack, but a lot of cleanup still has to take place over in turns 1 and 2.
Let's see if we can recap.
Look at Allgaier's car.
I have a list. You have a list. It will continue to grow because we can't see everybody that may have clipped and picked up damage.
Gosh.
Cole Custer, Carson Quapple, Brandon
Jega,
Jones,
green,
Parker
white checker.
Kligerman,
Are we
Parker
done with
Retzloff,
cautions? I don't
Blaine
think so.
Perkins,
this
Jesse
the sixth
Love,
caution?
and Anthony Alfredo. Those are the drivers that I had. Anybody that you had to add to the list?
We need to add Austin Hill back to his second time involved in a crash. Jeb Burton also got a piece of that crash as well. Second time today, he has been involved in the crash. And what about Justin Allgaier,
said
Jeff?
6 cautions?
He came into
I did.
Kansas last week to start the playoffs.
Who else said
atop
6?
the point
I'm getting
standings,
pretty good at this caution
lost
thing.
28 points and found himself below the cut line at the green flag today. Coming into this race, Allgaier needed something positive. He's finished 17th or worse in the last 4 consecutive races in the Xfinity Series, and that's been the longest streak of his Xfinity career.
And SVG on the cut line as well in 4th.
Now he's got a beat-up race car
top 4,
with
in the
the
bottom
red flag.
4.
I'm not sure that he's going to be
He's
able
got to win
continue
next
on or
week.
not.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's bring in Mike Bagley because, Mike, you can explain
saying
just
6.
how quickly things can change. Justin Allgaier
you,
running at the
Engine,
front of
5
the field, or at
photography.
least working that outside lane, right up against the outside safer barrier, and looking good right up until Sheldon Creed bailed on him. And then all of a sudden it was Justin Allgaier going the wrong way. 1 minute you're up front and trying to lead at Talladega. The next minute you're trying to stay inside the top 10.
And
I want to look again at this wreck and how it started.
And we talk about pushes going bad. Happens all the time. But watch right here. Watch a 9 car pushing the 88. I don't know what he's doing wrong, right? He's pushing the 88. He's centered up to him. You know, some cars and setups take a better push than others. And when, yes, he gets to the right rear of him, but only after the 88 goes to the left. And
Love to see
the
C
9's
come
not pushing
around.
him at an extreme high rate of speed from behind. It's just racing. It's speedway racing. And, Steve, you said it really well. If the 9's not pushing right there, when the race is over,
hey.
you're like, dude,
That's
I
what we
need you
do
to be
here.
pushing me. Like, but that's a place where you should be able to push me.
You don't
We're
have to be in the
at
chat.
the trial.
You just watch,
We're
man.
going straight. It's just anytime you're pushing somebody, things can go wrong. So pushing is important. You can't push and steer, right? And when I
Why
look
they
at
just
this
sitting
right
just run a
here, the
red
question I
flag?
have is they're all lined up, right? So when we get to the second replay, when you're from behind, if you use either the dotted line or the pavement seam to see which car moves, it looks like the 88 starts to move left, but I can't tell if that's before or after the push. So right here, when these cars go by and you're going to start to see them from behind, you're going to kind of get a reference using, I think, the dotted white line, and there's also a black paving seam you'll see right near the right side tires. So, you know, right here, they're all starting to go straight. Right there, dead straight, dead straight, dead straight. Maybe the 9 a little right, the 88
so
a
the
little
88
left.
went left
neither
and then
intentionally.
corrected.
And I think one moving
took
right
out his
6
own
inches and one
teammate.
moving left 6 inches gives you just enough
You
force
made it
to
to
spin a car
Talladega,
out.
awesome,
I mean,
Tommy.
we're breaking it down frame by frame. These guys are doing it at 185 miles an hour.
Slow motion.
I just think that, you know, it's a push gone wrong. A teammate trying to help a teammate.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. And we heard the spotter say he just drove right through you.
Thank you for
I disagree. That's
subscribing,
not
Shane.
what happened there. That's just
Thank
one
you so
driver
much.
trying to help another, to help himself, right? He wants to get that line moving.
And it was teammates. You see the cars involved in the crash, and a lot of those in yellow, playoff drivers.
Remind me, I got to transfer
Tough
that.
Talladega for them.
All right.
Wing Nation. All the latest sprint car news and interviews from the stars of sprint car racing from around the country. Join Ashley Strumming, Aaron Evernham, and me every Tuesday on Motor Racing Networks and Wing Nation's Facebook pages. We go live with the weekend's winners and newsmakers from around.
Commercial break. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're under a red flag. Thank you, Jeff, for subscribing as well. Appreciate you. Can you show the crash again? I cannot. I cannot do that. That would be the broadcast. We just got lucky that one time when the cars were behind on the camera. So we don't have a rewind button on the cameras. It's all live or not live. So sometimes you'll see the lag makes the camera get behind, so then you can hit live and it catches back up. But we're almost to 700 likes, 692 on the likes. Thank you guys so much for the love today. 2,400 folks here hanging out with us. The big one, Georgia fan, the big one. It's probably on YouTube already. Probably, for sure, Chris. Martin says, good day, CeeLo from Oz. What's up, Martin? What's going on? Good to see you. CeeLo, I decided since you're doing the Dodgers, I placed a bet on Shohei to get more than one hit. If he does, I get $1,000. There you go. Congratulations. 2,400 watching, 690 likes. Let's bump that 1,000 and help out the channel. That's right. Thanks, Menace. Can you get us to 1K likes? Could you get us to 1K likes before the race is over? We got 4 laps. It's going to be green, white, checker here. Green, white, checker. Were you affected by the storm? I was not, Chevy. Do appreciate the thoughts, though. Hertz, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, Honeyman Creed, Ryan Sieg appears to be in the order. Alright. And we will also stay on the aerial cam, and also we will stay on MRN for the restart. They seem to be timed up pretty good on our cameras on the restarts. When will you have the Dodgers game on? It comes on at 7:10 Central. 7:10 Central. The first pitch is at 7:38. Dodgers Padres tonight. Make sure you check it out. We'll be doing MLB Game Day 3D Game 1, and it's on FS1 as well. So make sure you guys tune in tonight. Watch the game with us as our triple header continues here on the Go at CeeLo. If I get that bet, I'll donate several subscriptions, CeeLo. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. The 7 needs is a little tape. Just a little tape. Just a little tape. Cole Custer there. Cole Custer. Boo, Dodgers. Tomorrow I'm going to look race cars. Nice. All right. And like I said, we'll listen to MRN for the restart.
3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, only on the CW.
The screen
and they go to work on Allgaier's car.
Baron, I do apologize, but that's not what we
This
do.
will be the 13th.
Baron, you can zoom in on your phone. If you're watching on your phone, you can zoom in. Take your phone and zoom in.
Overtime finishes. There's a lot of races still to go, as there's a lot of work happening on pit road. Look at all the damage to Allgaier in that 7.
Well, you
Just found your
see,
channel tonight.
they're trying to get him back out,
We've been doing this
Steve.
for a long time. I'm surprised
There
you just
could be
found
more
us.
cautions. We already have some guys that are in trouble, and if you can make even 2 laps, it could be a difference in picking up some points.
Marty, how about this 17?
Yeah, Jim Pullman used that red
Get us
flag
to
very
1,000
wisely,
likes.
Rick. He kind of called his whole team up to the top of the pit box where he had
It's a big
pictures
speed.
of the damage, made a game plan, almost like an offensive coordinator walking his offense through on what they needed to do once they got back on the field. So when the red flag was lifted, they came down pit road immediately and started making repairs. Unfortunately, 3rd straight week for the 17 that they've had to go through repairs
Sheldon
in
Creed
the
make it
middle of
through?
the
I think he
race.
did.
And right now, Justin Allgaier, the #1 seed coming into the playoffs, 1 point below the cut line. We'll see what happens in
Just
this
a little
overtime
bit.
restart,
Oh.
Kim.
Yeah, and AJ Allmendinger leaving his box, trying not to go a lap down. They did the same thing. They had pictures of the car and the damage, put a plan in place. Team president Chris Rice got on the radio. They did not want him to come down pit road while it was closed, but AJ said, guys, I know the pictures look like the tires are all up, but it feels like I am going to rip apart this car if I keep it out on the track. He also said he felt like the toe was knocked out. And this team, what a blow for this team. They were
Watch this
more
race on the
confident
NASCAR app.
coming
Nice,
into this
Ryan.
race in the Roval next
Yeah,
week.
anybody
And
can watch
remember,
these
AJ
on the
has not lost an
NASCAR.com,
Xfinity Series race at the Roval, but crew chief Alex Jans telling me
Barrett,
he
if
felt
you go to
like the entire
NASCAR.com, you
field
can
has
watch
picked up their
these
game
cameras
at
for free.
road courses. You've got SVG in the field, so they actually felt like
On a bigger
this
device.
was their better chance to win. AJ now with damage, Dave.
So, Kim, what about the 21 of Austin Hill? Yeah, it's banged up, but he was told by his crew chief, Andy Street, there's a lot of chaos out there and a lot of cars that are busted up, and they may not make it to the finish. And if we're playing our cards just right, we might be able to get this car, yes, this one, to a top 10 finish. And Austin agreed. We've seen it before. I think you might see it again today. A really beat-up car with a really good finish. I want to give you one more report from the medical center. The car that took the biggest hit on that last wreck, Brandon Jones, he was evaluated and released. NASCAR representative told me he didn't want to speak with us because his voice was gone, had no voice. But he's okay. Brandon Jones in the 9 car, he is all right.
That's good news. Parker Kligerman in the 48 also saw him take a pretty good hit.
Can't be done. You
As
try it.
well.
Good idea. See you.
Let's listen into the 98 radio of Riley Herbst.
Just to put it in the back of your head, 700, 16, 48 all have heavy damage. Same with the 21. Obviously, I know everyone wants to win too, so I know
Jesse
we're
Love's
hard
got
to
some
win, but
damage.
Keep in the back of your mind, we need to get points.
I'm not sure that's helping or hurting the situation. I really don't. Those are the situations as a crew
Sammy
chief.
Smith,
plus how
3,
much do I say?
Allgaier
Do I want
minus
Riley
3,
Herbst focused purely in
SVG,
front to try to win the
Allmendinger,
race on
and
full
Kligerman
offense?
all out
Do I
right
feel
now.
my driver will make a split-second better decision on a block, knowing we
Creed
have
for
to
the
get
win.
points? I really don't know. The car behind him, Sammy Smith, even running second right now is only 3 points above. So if I'm the crew chief of the 8, I'm not sure we're having a points conversation. I think this is the 8's race to win and advance. So I might have the opposite. I might tell him, hey, the 98's taking
we're
points.
gonna go around one
Let's
more time.
not. Let's go ahead and be the aggressor here. Maybe try to change the whole script at the front
Look
of this
where
race
Matty
and
D
see if we
is.
can get the 8 to be positive. DJ, I'd like to be the
Matty D,
aggressor. I'm not
PhD.
sure if you're the leader. I don't think I can pull the trigger and start coaching you up on points.
Yeah, no,
And
not
we're
at all.
rolling back
Not
on
at
the
this
lead
point in
lap.
time. I mean, you have an opportunity to move yourself right on through right here. And I think as far as Sammy Smith goes, yeah, he's had a
Amarola back
good
on the
points
lead
there.
lap.
It's
Thanks
looking like
you
with
for
all
my
the troubles
birthday,
that others
Gonzalo.
had, that he could be inside that top 8. But I wouldn't want to take that chance either. I'm going after the win. But, as we look at the rundown in this top 5 right here, I realize that 5 of the top 6 are all battling for the playoffs. But how about Leland Honeyman right there? He finished 4th here earlier this year. He said during our qualifying show earlier today that the only thing that he wanted to do was improve that 4th place finish, possibly with a win. He might be the outlier here that either pushes someone or gets the right push at the right time.
Nothing to lose. We just talked about it, Steve, letting Riley Herbst know other guys are in trouble. Sammy Smith, he's in a position where he could gain points. Chandler Smith, he's in great shape. Is he willing to make a gamble? Sheldon Creed, Jesse Love, are any of those guys willing to do the things that Leland Honeyman will? Because that guy's going to do whatever it takes to win this race. These other
gonna see a
guys
caution soon.
have a consequence if things don't go well.
Yeah, a 19-year-old youth, exuberance,
My
excitement,
dark horse
and Phoenix,
is still in the
Arizona.
race, I think.
Well, there's also a drive for the guy who's driving this car right now, Sheldon Creed. He's in another position where he could win a race. He has not done it yet in the Xfinity Series, and he can see the front. He can see the checkered flag. It's a two-lap shootout here to find out who's going to win. A playoff driver that wins, they advance to the next round automatically. But points are important.
Oh, Amarola is still in the lead lap.
That's the dilemma that we're in right now.
I have a chance.
Too.
Could that 20 car come
Love.
from
You
the
see him right there. What's he? The 6th car in line. Look at the damage to the right front of this. You know, he was kind of in this wreck, and with the damage to the right front, that exposed right front tire.
I need a big wreck for Amarola to get
took some pictures of it, and the crew determined they were okay. But
thank you, subscribing.
He didn't come down pit road and to the service of his crew, but I think that shows you that
still have a chance.
You know, the points are more available, or more important.
Here's the choose. It'll be Herbst and Sammy Smith making up row 1.
CeeLo, both
Interesting
of my
move
picks and yours
by
are out.
Honeyman to stay.
Well, no, Amarola's not.
Inside and line up in the 3rd row.
Marty, what about Chandler Smith in that 81?
Amarola's on the lead lap.
The exact day that they needed so far. Second most points earned for Chandler Smith, who sits in 3rd right now. In fact, a moment ago, Jeff
Vegas Motor Speedway. So Riley Herbst in the Ford is the man that will lead the
stay
field
with the aerial cam because that seems to give us the best look.
In front of you, forming up and getting ready to go.
They are stacked up double wide behind the Chevy Camaro safety car. Riley Herbst restarting on the bottom. Sammy Smith topside. Chandler Smith and Sheldon Creed in row 2. You talk about Leland Honeyman and Ryan Sieg in row number 3. Going to be a very interesting restart with not a lot of time to get the job done here before the checkered flag flies.
And Dan
that like button, see if we get to 1K.
Dan, the outside lane most of the way around has been fast.
Can you get us
but we've
there?
Seen in your area, the bottom side really pick up pace.
Well, I tell you what, Alex, I think we've seen it go both ways, but for the most part through turns 3 and 4, it is that bottom lane that seems to have the advantage. Just a quick observation. I'm looking at Sheldon Creed. He is in that 2nd row, and he is tired of finishing 2nd so far in 2024. Keep an eye on Sheldon Creed.
We will indeed as the pace car makes the left-hand turn and pulls onto the pit lane. They got to wait till the middle of the tri-oval to get to the Geico restart zone to get this race restarted.
Riley Herbst has led 20 laps here this afternoon. He'd like to make it 22, and if he could do that, more than likely we'll be talking to him in victory lane. Overtime at Talladega, we're back at it. Sammy Smith on the outside. Right behind comes Sheldon Creed and Leland Honeyman.
Herbst on the inside, Smith on
6
the
cars
outside.
pulled away a little bit.
The advantage. As a matter of fact, the top 6, all nose to tail and inches apart, begin to inch away from row 4, 5, and 6 on back. It's Riley Herbst by just a fender.
There is very tight formation with the front 4 now as it makes its way up the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Riley Herbst, Chandler Smith on the bottom, topside Sheldon Creed. Oh, and Creed's going to bail out on Sammy Smith in 3.
Here they come. It is Riley Herbst in that top spot. Chandler Smith in 2nd. They are single file formation in the top 4. You've got Sheldon Creed in that 4th spot. Right behind Sammy Smith. 4-car breakaway up in the front. There's Sheldon Creed now.
Sheldon Creed almost got loose.
The outside lane. He's going to have some drafting help.
Ryan
As a matter of fact, the Toyota of Chandler Smith goes up right in front of him. Riley Herbst blocks the lane. White flag is in the air. Next flag ends it. It's Riley Herbst at the front of the field.
Herbst goes to Sheldon Creed go to block that assault, but the bottom lane is now
Sheldon
wide
Creed.
open. Sammy Smith.
I don't think he has enough.
They're going 3 wide up the middle. Chandler Smith with a spectacular move. Smith to the middle will go for the lead.
Riley Herbst is shuffled out of the draft up against the outside wall. Chandler Smith takes the lead. He'll go up in front of Herbst to block.
Chandler Smith gonna win this sucker.
Sammy Smith
Can Sammy Smith win this and move to the next round?
Side with Chandler Smith. They are absolutely wheel to wheel for the top spot here at Talladega.
Sammy
they make
Smith.
their way around turns 3 and 4. This one is
He's gonna win it. Sammy Smith's going to the next round, y'all.
Final time. Checkered flag is in the air. Sammy Smith all the way down.
Wow.
On the apron. Ryan Sieg one last
And there's
run.
Sheldon
Not
Creed
gonna get
spinning.
there, and Sammy Smith has scored the win here at the Talladega Superspeedway.
Oh my
He
gosh.
claims the win in the United Reynolds.
Let me see those 8s.
We did have a car spin right there at the tail end going into turn number 1.
It was Sheldon Creed got turned down. He did not make
no
contact
flip.
with the wall, but the celebration is on in front of Jason Toy.
Philip Bell and the crew, they came in at the bottom part of the playoffs here today. They told Sammy to stay focused.
Raced his way in, and he's in.
And that's exactly what he did. He worked with the spotter that got him towards the front. Now they don't have to worry about that race next week. They're moving on. on to the playoffs here for Sammy Smith. From the bottom to the top, he's getting the job done tonight.
Yeah, he was dead last, 12th on
And he made it happen.
grid coming in, 12th of the 12th.
Ryan Sieg second, Riley Herbst third, Sheldon Creed fourth, and Chandler Smith fifth.
Sammy Smith, before this race, asked for a meeting with his car owner, Dale Jr., to review how these races are run, how the pushes work, the positions you have to be in. That extra effort might just be the difference. Why not? When you have an owner like Dale Jr., why wouldn't you lean on him for the experience? And here he is from the bottom of the playoffs to the
Another
top
bridesmaid.
with the win.
And that shakes things
No,
up.
he
I mean,
finished
that
fourth.
puts, you think about the situation that has put some of our favorites
What a
in.
race.
That completely shakes things up in these playoffs.
Yeah, it does.
Right now, unofficially, AJ Allmendinger 10 points below the line. Justin Allgaier 18 points below that cutoff with the Roval in front of us.
Thank you,
There's AJ
HBT Cup
Allmendinger.
Series.
We
Thank
knew
you so much.
weeks ago this race was going to change the playoff picture. We didn't just know for who positive and who negative. For Sammy Smith, though, let's see some celebration. Has to be such a great feeling.
His first win, we mentioned it earlier, came at Phoenix last
you're welcome,
year.
Carlo. You're welcome, Lloyd.
And that's where the championship race will be determined.
And Rick, there's no question this has been a very frustrating year for this driver and this team. And to have your backs against the wall, have to deliver, have to win a race, and then go make it happen, what can that do for this team? How can they use that momentum moving forward? Because this is a capable race car driver, and it's a capable team. This makes this team dangerous.
Sammy Smith with a smoke show here on the front straightaway.
Junior Motorsports, 87th career win. He has destroyed the left rear.
Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith climbs out of the number 8.
Yo, wasn't sure about it, but the
and
stash was
advancing
not
in
bad
the
on you, CeeLo.
playoffs.
Thank you, 7DS. He's going to need a tow to victory lane.
Jeff, you referenced the youth in this series. Sammy Smith, 20 years old, making all the right moves at the end of this one to find himself in victory lane at Talladega. Kim.
Very excited, Sammy Smith. It's been 56 starts since your last win, and you did it when it mattered most. You came in here 12th in the playoff standings. How did you get it done today?
Yeah, just a great team. My sponsors, everybody that stuck with us. It's been a really tough year, but thank you to TMC, Pileline J, Allstate Peterbilt Group, Renda Group, Golden Harvest. A lot of them to thank. Chevy, JRM, all my guys. Philip, Tyler Mon, he did a really great job today helping me. Man, it's been a while and it's been a struggle, but I'm very happy to be here and looking forward to hopefully getting better on these ovals and road courses.
You mentioned your spotter, Tyler Mon. What about your team owner, Dale Earnhardt Jr.? The booth talked about how you sat down with him to learn the style of racing. What kind of knowledge did he impart on you?
Yeah, we did. We sat down with him, I think it was Wednesday, and it wasn't a whole lot, just kind of some stuff he would do in those situations. But man, it feels really good to win again.
Welcome to the round of 8.
Thank you.
Sammy Smith is a winner at Talladega in the
TJ.
NASCAR Xfinity Series.
And Sammy Smith is headed to the Mobil 1 victory lane here at Talladega. Mobil 1 is the official motor oil
One
of
of the 8.
NASCAR.
Wow. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it.
Now let's take a look at the points. As we mentioned it, Sammy Smith came in 12th. Now the only driver in yellow because he has locked himself in to the next round of the playoffs.
He has a list of drivers that want to do the same thing next week. You have SVG at the bottom and Allgaier undefeated at the Roval. SVG so dominant at the road courses. Parker Kligerman always close at the road courses.
Likes that 800.
Going to be a lot on the line and a lot of great drivers to keep an eye on.
Yeah, back to Sammy Smith. I talked about the momentum. Remember,
they showed the last few laps.
Bell,
that was nice
crew
of them.
chief, this is only their 5th race together. They made that change late in the year before these playoffs started. So now a new driver crew chief combination winning their 5th race. That could be a game changer. They could be a championship contender.
One race remaining in this round of the playoffs as Sammy Smith will make his way back to the Mobil 1 victory lane. Let's go down to pit road and Marty and DJ.
I don't know why I was on pit road, Rick. I should have been up here with DJ because the view here of the start-finish line is unbelievable. So walk me through what you saw in that final lap. Just unbelievable moves by Sammy Smith to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, I think the deal with Sammy Smith, and we brought it up earlier, they found a lot of speed the last 40 or 50 laps of this race. You could see that they had made adjustments. They gave their driver what he wanted, and then I don't know if he realizes who that was pushing him yet, but he owes Ryan Sieg, if nothing else, a steak dinner and a bottle of wine or something, because Ryan Sieg stuck with him. Ryan Sieg had the chance here to do a lot of different things as they headed down the back straightaway. And you can see right there, Riley Herbst wasn't sure what to do. That allowed Jeb Burton to get to the outside. That kind of broke all of that up, and here comes Sieg back to get to the bumper of Sammy Smith, who stayed right there, stayed in the gas, and then
what
got
time
the
is
push
it
that he
tomorrow?
needed.
Let's see.
I don't think Riley Herbst was very happy with Chandler Smith after the race either, but it winds up being Sammy Smith who gets the victory after, I think steak dinner, very appropriate for Ryan Sieg there. And DJ, it's hard to say one win validates his move from Joe Gibbs Racing to Junior Motorsports.
We'll be on
but you've been in this
12:30
situation.
tomorrow
What
Central,
can one win like this do for
Central.
confidence?
Oh, you never know what it's going to do here. I mean, has been pointed out, and they were talking about it in the
He
booth.
was
the
all
one
over the
place
place.
that he had won before this
He didn't know
is
what
at
to do,
Phoenix.
like
If he
he
can
said.
figure out a way to navigate through the next round, there he is racing at a track that he's won on for a championship. There's nothing better than getting a win, boosting your confidence, and having the team behind you to boost you there. You know, it's quite possible he might be the only junior motorsports car that'll be in that, even in the 8 as we look at this, because I know we showed the points there a while ago. The 2 best road racers that are in this series that are going next week to the Roval are outside of the cut line right now.
Very interesting to watch. We talked about the playoff anger. It boiled up at Kansas, boiled up here today. Right now, Kim is with Riley Herbst.
Yeah, Riley Herbst comes home in the 3rd position after looking like the car and the driver to win here today. Led 22 laps. I know you're disappointed. If you could rewrite those last few laps, what would they look like?
I don't know. I knew that the 81 was in really, really good position because he had his teammate behind him, and I knew Sheldon was committed to Chandler. I was kind of frustrated when he took that run. I was expecting him to take that run in 3 and 4, but he took it in 1 and 2, and all that did was kill his run, my run, Sheldon's run, and just let the 8 get away. So I just let him know that was a little bit frustrating, just to, like, we didn't have a fighting chance, any 3 of us right there. So, but all in all, it was a good day, a good rebound from the embarrassment last week at Kansas. So I think we're in an okay position next week at the Roval. It's going to be an absolute dogfight. So we'll see how that goes. But the Monster Energy car had a lot of pace today, and I'm proud of everybody at Stewart Haas Racing, Davin, and all the boys worked really hard. And Joey did a really good job on top of the roof as well. So we'll see what we got next week.
That okay position that Riley mentioned, he leaves here plus 13 headed into the Roval, guys.
Yeah, not great, but not bad.
All right, so there it is. Let's go through the lineup really quick. We're going to call it a night. Sammy Smith with the win. He advances. He was below the cut line, y'all. And I talked about that on our vlog, that he was wanting to move on. Ryan Sieg helped Sammy Smith win. He finishes 2nd. Riley Herbst 3rd. Sheldon Creed 4th. Chandler Smith 5th. Jesse Love would finish 6th. Jeb Burton 7th. 8th, David Starr. 9th, Brennan Poole. 10th, Kyle Sieg. 11th, AJ Allmendinger. 12th, Parker Kligerman. Tommy Joe Martins in 13th. It's Talladega, baby. Leland Honeyman 14th. Ryan Ellis 15th. Sam Mayer 16th. Matt Benedetto, good finish. Top 20 for him. CJ McLaughlin 18th. Blaine Perkins 19th. And there is my pick, Eric Almirola, who just had issues today. First starting off with a pass-through penalty and then a flat tire. Just really ruined his day. Dean Thompson in 21st. Joey Gase 22nd. Carson Ware 23rd. And then Austin Hill, the last car on the lead lap. Then here's your cars. Your lead. Allgaier was involved in that wreck. Cole Custer as well, Carson Claffel as well, Brandon Jones, all these guys involved in that big one. And then SVG involved in the wreck before that, Germany Commence, and then Nick Leitz, the last place car. So there you go. Thank you guys getting us to 800. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. And here's who is this? This is Chandler Smith.
Had in qualifying today and last time at Daytona, and it's a big step and a big gain than what we had at the first Daytona, even the first Talladega race. So super proud of everybody. Can't ask for anything more than that.
See you tomorrow.
Sucks we didn't win it, but it wasn't in the good Lord's plans for us today, and we'll roll with that, and I'm good with it.
Go get him next week, Marty.
Yet another top 10 for Chandler Smith, who barely does.
All right, so there it is. Hope you guys had a good time today. I had a blast. Another Xfinity race done. And we move on tomorrow to the Yellowwood 500 at Talladega. We'll be here live 30 minutes prior, so 12:30 Central. Look for the stream to be up later on tonight. And I want to thank every single one of y'all that joined our channel today and memberships and hit the like and subscribed and also commented in the chats and hit the like button for us. We appreciate every single one of you guys. It takes a whole bunch to get on a good show. And y'all helped a lot, so appreciate that so much, y'all. So tonight, coming up in about an hour and a half or so, we're going to do Dodgers-Padgers, Game 1 of the NLDS. Make sure you join us for that, and it'll be transferred as well. Pin message above as well, so we'd love for you to be there for that. So hope you guys see you soon. Please come by if you don't like the Dodgers. I know we have a lot of Braves fans, but come by and hit the like button for us, talk a little bit, enjoy some baseball. We'll be doing MLB Game Day 3D. So hope you guys had a good time. Thank you to my lovely wife, Spain, for all the lovely wife things that she does. She even come up here and hung out with me a little bit today. I like that. And I want to thank my mods for moderating, one of my members for giving their hard-earned money back to the channel. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you in about an hour and a half. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for the Yellowwood 500 from the Talladega Superspeedway. Congratulations, Sammy Smith, for moving on to the next round. It's going to be interesting next week at the Roval for the end of the stay thing here. So, see you guys soon. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Love you.